Hello, everybody, and welcome to the John Paul Jones Arena here in Charlottesville, Virginia, where tonight we have Game 1 of our CBS doubleheader here on SimWorld TV as the South Carolina Gamecocks come into town to face the Virginia Cavaliers. I'm B-Ron, and joining me tonight in the booth is Maestro. Good afternoon, evening, Maestro. Good to have you here with me for the broadcast here. Similar with you.
Great to be here. I'm so glad you had the key to my hotel room because, oh no, we can't talk about that. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. This is so awesome. I love being in this arena. This city brings back a lot of great memories to me. I just got to tell you, some of my favorite basketball players came from this arena right here.
Yeah, this arena, this team, I don't know how to tell you now already early in the game when Johnny Baldwin and fouling DeAndre Baldridge. We heard Baldridge's comments before the game earlier today. He was looking forward to this matchup. These two never got a chance to play against each other in SimWorld Prep. Baldwin was a senior on the New England Select team, and Baldridge was still playing. Baldridge wasn't in SimWorld Prep at that point in time. Wasn't even around at that point in time. But what he's looking forward to. But Virginia, new head coach in town. Dmitry Kostov taking over after Tony Bennett's sudden retirement. A few weeks ago now, this is Kostov's first game coaching Virginia, with that coming from changes, mostly from their defense, Maestro. They were running man-to-man. Now they're running a 2-3 zone. What kind of other changes, or how do you think the change in coach and everything else is going to impact Virginia going forward the rest of the season?
It's so weird, B-Ron, it's so weird because you get an idea, a new voice comes in, and especially when it's completely a new voice, right? So, you've had this system of practice. Practice had a certain feel at the start. Practice had a certain feel in the middle and at the end, the whole nine. All of a sudden you get a new voice with a new system. You have to learn different spacing. Coaches are very specific about spacing and where they want you to be, so you have to learn that language. Great deep three coming down there from, I believe, Isaiah James there, from way downtown. You actually need a phone card for that one. You get used to this. Obviously now you have this new game that you have to get used to, right? New language you have to learn sometimes. Plays are plays, principles are principles, and once you get that under your belt, you can get more comfortable. Now with this being the first game, I think things might be a little shaky a little bit as people get used to it, because the only trick is not to fall into old habits. And, oh, by the way, South Carolina is truly making Virginia play with the uncertainty at the start of this game. Only thing we can hope for is that Virginia can settle down in their game, can get into their principles, and get to their athleticism that's going to win out the day for them.
Wanted to start the game for South Carolina, but Virginia responds right there as Beam McKesney is going to foul Johnny Baldwin. So Baldwin's going to go to the free throw line for the first time here in this one. Baldwin on the year so far, shooting 50% from the free throw line. We say all the time about free throws, they're free. You gotta make them. Especially when you're, down early like this and trying to get back into it.
Yes, absolutely. And the idea is not surprised that Johnny Baldwin is going to be the guy who's going to sort of break the ice, so to speak, with the hoop in the home, old-fashioned three, all the things that we're contractually obligated to say. Get a little contact, feel a little pump, feel a little whatever, break a little skin, make sure that you're live, do what you got to do, and then that's going to always bring it home for you. Sometimes we care about it, but say, okay, now we're in this.
Yeah, exactly. You see, sometimes we moved up the ball. You see open three-pointer there. That time it did not fall for Whitman Thomas. He made his one last time down. Quickly though, Virginia back the other way. Cole Webb throwing it inside to
Elliott Terrell.
Yeah.
Great pass, great move. Yeah, great move. Way to run in traffic. Way to know, look, there's nobody between me and the rim. That's where I'm gonna go. We're already seeing some early signs here with Virginia getting used to the new defensive scheme, right? It's all about spacing in the 2-3. So we're seeing semi-trap up front, but unfortunately it's leaving the wing shooters for South Carolina available at the extended wing there on the three-point line. they're going to have to tighten it up a little bit and realize it's more 2-3 zone is meant for more concentric circles here. In other words, I have to represent as they now, of course, as I talk about that, they do what? They drop in the main. So
they're still in that zone. It's just looking a little different. And Baldwin's attacking to the rim. Getting right by Baldwin and company there. All the way to for 2 more points. 12-5. Gamecocks out in front here. And actually, we've seen teams with 3-point success against 2-3 zones, but South Carolina really isn't one of those. They ranked 80th in 60th in the nation. 13% in 3-point range. So if you're Virginia, I feel like you can feel a little more comfortable and confident in that, hey, they're not going to hit a lot of those threes that we give them because we're playing the 2-3 zone.
Well, you know something though, B-Run, I have to say something though, man. As you see right there, you know, it is a triple-edged sword, right? Okay, for instance, you're playing defense against me and you say, okay, you know what, I know Maestro can't shoot, so you're going to keep giving me that. Guess what? I might start getting comfortable on you. Next thing you know, I'm knocking a few down before you realize, oh snap, I need to take that extra step and a half up there to get my hand in Maestro's face, because all of a sudden now he believes he can do this. And once a team starts believing me, Ron, we know what happens next. All of a sudden things start to go right.
Absolutely, and Isaiah James hit his second 3 of the night. As this time, Tucker winding down, good. That is a great shot there from Skyler Matthews. He's another one of these great defensive guards that we're going to see in this game. Isaiah James on for South Carolina and Sarah Matthews, 2 great defensive stalwart guards for both of these teams. And when you combine that with the big play, Baldwin and Baldridge, both sides, kind of a fun contest here.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see who takes advantage of who in terms of that situation, because sometimes it's going to take, in this particular case for South Carolina, going up against a team that, even though they might have scouted them, is completely new. So you might need some of your defensive stalwarts to show up with their offensive game. It's rather clear out here in the lower post. And oh my goodness.
Flagrant 1 called there on Terrell. So Baldridge will get the free throws. South Carolina will get the ball as well after the flagrant foul. And Maestro, we've seen a lot of flagrant foul. I don't say a lot of, but we've seen flagrant fouls have a big advantage in terms of swinging a game in the favor of one team. Now, granted, South Carolina is already ahead in the game, but this could be a early turning point. Of course, if Baldwin can't make the first free throw there.
And you took the words right out of my throat, because it can be a turning point the other way. If you're showing that, listen, I'm willing to get physical with you. I'm willing to get down. Love the shorts. Love what's going on in VA. Where, just to hizzle down in VA, baby. The idea here is, if you show that you're willing to get physical, if you show that you're willing to get in the dirt early, even when you're behind, sometimes that might make the other team sort of take that step a little bit slower than they normally might going into the post or going to the rim. And next you know, that's the advantage that you need in order to flip the switch, so to speak, to become better defensively, because the other team is giving you time to respond.
Yeah, moving slower definitely gives the defense an advantage, so it gives them more time to react to what's going on in front of them. That makes a lot of sense there, for sure. Baldridge here, going to probe 2-3 zone, back out to James, swings it over. Whitmer Thomas on the wing. Back out to the top of the key, 3-pointer up and in.
So this is going to be a game, B-Ron. It feels like it's going to be a game of who's going to do what they're not used to doing. South Carolina's making threes like they're the number 2 three shooting team in the nation. And Virginia's trying to play off of a transition 2-3 game that they're obviously uncomfortable with, but trying to find a way to make it work.
Trying to make it work, and there's another basket for South Carolina as they'll take a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. 27 Gamecocks out in front here. We're going to take a quick break, folks. I'm right back. Charlottesville, everyone. South Carolina out to a hot start, 20-7. Figure to that, Maestro. 3-point land there, on fire. 4 for 6 as a team is going out for that.
And what did we talk about earlier, B-Ron? We said once a team starts to believe, that's all it takes sometimes. That you believe you can get this done, that confidence get in. All of a sudden now you're not thinking through the shot. You're not thinking about, oh, I'm going to miss this. You're thinking, I'm going to make this, or I know I'm going to make this. And that changes everything in terms of your energy, what you put in the shot, and all of a sudden it also changes sometimes the actual return you get for your action.
Yeah, exactly. That's huge. And Cole Webb and Johnny Baldwin have been struggling on the Cavaliers side. There's a foul. Now on Cole Webb is committed by Charlie, and Webb will go to the free throw line for the first time in this one. Cole Webb, the Australian, has had a tumultuous round of time here in this time in the SimWorld Hoops circuit. In SimWorld Prep, he started out playing for SimWorld Oceania in Australia and home country. Then in the second season, which was the final season in SimWorld Prep, ended up playing for Silicon Basketball in California on the stateside, and then said, hey, I'm going to go to Virginia to play college basketball. Been all over the world, really.
Listen, look, sports sometimes gives us an opportunity to see the entire world, and that's okay.
Beautiful thing to see as Cole Webb gets the free throw to go there from 20-9. Gamecock out in front as we get down to 13-45 here in the first half of play, rather. Turnaround jumper from Charlie is good. Edward Charlie, the senior from Wilson, North Carolina, and his first point from that style.
You know, these teams, you know, it's almost as if there's three sorts of another knockdown by Cole Webb there. He's finding his groove. It's almost as if we're getting three games here. We're getting we're getting South Carolina trying to figure out who Virginia is. We're getting Virginia trying to figure out themselves. And then we're getting Virginia trying to figure out their new selves against this South Carolina team that's playing a different kind of game from them, being able to shoot from downtown.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about the 3 different games, Maestro, and I think that for me, I think Cole Webb's going to be the X factor for this Virginia team tonight, because the focus is going to be on Baldwin and trying to shut him down. But their other big piece is Cole Webb, so if he can get hot, I think that's going to take some pressure off of Baldwin, which in turn going to help him to get going too. And that's without process anyway in my head.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think you're spot on with that. And I just love the action behind the benches. Just gonna let you know right now. I'll be right back.
The action everywhere, all over the place, man. As Charlie thinks the second free throw there. 23-12. Gamecocks still leading, and a big part of that, like I mentioned earlier, Michael, was the 3-point shot for the Gamecocks on early, but then great pass inside and off the glass. In for Virginia.
Beautiful pass, great finish by Quentin Rye with the beautiful pass in traffic. These are going to be kind of moments that are going to teach. Oh, good block! Get that out of here.
Johnny Baldwin with the block. Cavalry bringing it back, 3-pointer, front of the rim and out, but second chance for Baldwin. Can't get it, but Charlie does fit his second personal foul in what, a minute or so? Feel like?
Yeah.
So very quickly, 2 fouls for Edward Charlie. And Baldwin going back to the line for Virginia.
Well, you know, you're starting to get the feeling that Virginia is finding out who they are right now. A lot of things are coming together. It might have been a little bit rough before. The pants were still a little too tight here, a little too tight there. But now they're starting to kind of stretch out a little bit, trying to feel right, and they're going to get into their game. It's interesting that you see a team like Virginia going from that man-to-man to that defensive zone scheme. And for our audience, so you can understand the difference, that the biggest thing that transition affects is your transition game. How quick you're able to get out after getting a defensive rebound to get your team up the floor. And Virginia, once they figure that out, they're turning their half-court offense into sort of a mini transition game because of the athletes that they have. Once they get this other part figured out, South Carolina's going to need this big lead in order to maintain their presence in the game.
Yeah, instead of if they can keep that keep the lead in their favor, and continue to play well, I would think, because you can start out hot. But it doesn't matter if it fizzles out, towards the second half of the first half or whatever part of the game you're playing, and turnaround jumper from Mikkel on the post, that's good.
Yeah, horses beat horses. But then which horse is running the right way is always the question, right?
Right. Exactly. There's Baldwin with the ball working on Charlie. Gets to the rim. Can't get it. So one and done there for the Cavaliers. Virginia on defense now. Mikkel tries his luck. Can't get it to go either. Baldwin grabs the board and they're back the other way with it. Is Virginia. Baldwin gets a screen to the rim. 2 more points for Virginia.
Ball game, baby. Johnny ball game. He went to open floor. He was giving it to him the whole way. He just took it, trapped down in the post. Oh, great pass, great backcourt movement there. Way to stay in the play, way to keep your head in it. He realized his team was in trouble. Edward Charlie realized his teammate was in trouble there with the trap. Snuck right into the back pocket of the defense. They never saw him coming. Like a ninja.
And that's how we got to do it sometimes. There's a foul on Mikkel. His first, or at his first. We go to the free throw line with the Cavaliers. Birch, a sophomore on this Cavaliers squad from Lewis, Delaware, pronouncing that correctly. This is here at 6'1".
It's Lewis, Delaware. Yeah, I got a ticket there. I know it's
He's 6'1", 190 pounds, and so far shooting a perfect 1% from the free throw line on the season. For now, stays that way.
But it's good to see that what Virginia has done the last 4 possessions is they're going right to the rim. They're pushing the envelope here, even in the half-court game. They're making it an inside-out game. Really, most of the inside. They're very rarely going outside. They're trying to get that energy going. Sometimes you want to feel that contact. Sometimes you want to feel those. You want to feel that other dude's sweat on your arm to go like, oh no, you did not put that on me today, and you want to really get yourself going.
Wipe it off, man. Wipe it off. That's what we put on. We don't want that around here. 27-19. Cavaliers are failing in this one in there. Good hands-up defense. Second chance. Also not a good one either. 0 for 2. Kind of empty on that possession in South Carolina.
That is that internal defense we talked about. If you're going to be aggressive, take that flagrant foul. You get a couple of blocks. Next thing you know, if you notice what has happened, South Carolina's been timid, going on the inside a little bit more than they were before.
Yeah, exactly. Coed being doubled, kick out, 3-pointer. No good, and they only got the one. Is Charlie, this guy that was one hand to snag that rebound.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yes, it was. It shows you that he was in the right spot, realized it, and he was going to get high point the ball. That's exactly what you want to do, especially if you're not known for having the height advantage.
Now a step back jumper. That is good. What a shot from Abasai Dance.
Make me dancing, baby.
Abasai Dance, sophomore on this Gamecock team. That was a fantastic looking shot there too. I think the degree of difficulty on that was what impressed me most about why that even went in the end.
Well, it shows you his body control. You realize that, how he was able to maintain his platform throughout that shot. That for like you and me, I'd be in the hospital right now if like that.
Yeah.
You might be able to pull it off, but I'd be in the hospital. But he was able to maintain his platform, and guess what? Even though he did not have the height advantage, he never gave up his positional leverage, and that is just something to be said. That's just a physical talent. You can't coach that all the time. Oh!
Sure can't. Dance passed inside. Killebrew off the glass and in.
Go old school on this one. Young folk. that alley. That alley-oop went there. It went into Rome. It didn't exactly land in the cell phone that it was reaching for.
Didn't quite get there, but one of the things that we love here in SimWorld is seeing your activity in the media feed and checking in with everything going on in SimWorld, staying abreast of what's going on in SimWorld. If you want to have the best time with it, completely immerse yourself in the experience, and of course, continue to support SimWorld and share it with everybody that you know who would be interested in this. But if they're a sports fan, it doesn't matter. But you gotta know something like this exists, and they'll only know if you tell them about it. It doesn't take very long to be a part of SimWorld. You just gotta do your part and make sure you're being active and being abreast of what's going on here in SimWorld sports, whether it's SimWorld U or SimWorld Prep Action. If you know, Maestro, you are a big proponent of the SimWorld Prep game.
Yes, and I love it when I see those same SimWorld Prep kids come up here to SimWorld U. Beautiful pass. Oh, did not quite get the finish that you wanted. You know, Virginia are getting better open shots than I thought they were used to getting right now. Again, learn themselves. You know, they're going to have to slow down and relax into the shot. And Elliot Terrell, he's probably still thinking about that right now. Don't let it affect the defense, young man. Get up there, get nasty, make them pay on the other side.
Yeah, and you mentioned getting used to the stuff, but you have to remember that Virginia's only played one game for all this season, whereas Hillconnor, this is their 6th game of the season they're playing now. So they've had way more time to get used to each other in a live game environment.
Yep, one game, new coach, new system, you know, at home in front of your people. Great audience here in Virginia, as always. Remind me of the days of would come here and one of my college cats that I really love watching here was Ralph Sampson, big 7'4", big smooth daddy. You know, just this place knows ball. It knows ball on both sides, and I tell you, and also, you know, just to kind of let something slip, 2 of the first players that I actually tried to recruit for like Stan as WNBA advisor also came from the VU, as it were.
Man, I've said it before. I think it's on air too, but you really are the most interesting man here in the world. You really are. You have so much knowledge, so much stories, so many things to experience. WNBA thing, like you mentioned there, that was, man, I love that.
You just got to be good enough not to keep a job. That's all. Only secret.
Because again, to get those jobs at the same time, though, yeah. Bird throws a lob to Baldwin, and not a dunk, but still a finish regardless, and that's gonna get the crowd going.
That is exactly what you want. You want those. You want to show that you're willing to go into the rim, take that impact, take what's going on inside there, and you want to make it pay off for your audience too.
Abakai Dance scores over Johnny Baldwin there. I was Johnny Baldwin there. But I saw the hair of Dance on that one, but not him. Speaking of Baldwin, he has it in the post. Trying to get into the low post anyway. Not being allowed to do so, having to kick it out. Matthews goes by everybody, but it gets sent out of bounds. Great recovering defense.
Don't you bring no juice to no gym party. Yeah, I got it right.
You sure did, my friend. You sure did. And we're seeing block here on the Virginia side. Macklin Hubert. Wait, hang on. Hubert.
There you go.
I got it.
Yes, you did. Get that boy some cookies.
Is this guy some cookies? Preferably chocolate chip and or raspberry cheesecake.
Oh, my man, you fancy.
A little bit. There's a great jump of that ball with the line and down. That was Bird. 35-23. Gamecock still leading as we're past 10-minute mark here of the first half of play. 7 minutes left here in the first half. All good. And both to pick it back out. Put it through. Put it on and down. Dance has it. Back out. 5 seconds left here in the shot clock. Coach on, gotta get it up here. They do get it up. It does not go, and they only get the one shot at it there.
There's Macklin Sturtevant again, getting it done. A great pass in the post. Oh, Virginia's going to regret these not going in right now. That is actually the 4th bucket they've missed on a similar sort of mini breakaway that is going to come back. You know, you want to at least be around 80% with those when you're that close.
Yeah, those are the gimmies, Maestro. Gotta have those. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Baldridge attacking wide open lane. Too easy for DeAndre Baldridge, the former Southeast Select prospect.
Sometimes you have to recognize where you are. And sometimes what that means is if there's space like that, you got to take it and eat it all the way, just like Pac-Man, all the way to the rim. Great play.
All the way to the rim, and Baldridge did that right there. Now South Carolina going to take their first timeout of the game. 5 minutes left in the first half of play. We're going to take a quick break ourselves, folks. Come right back.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, that's Kyle. He aced his 5th grade geography class.
Huh.
You see, now that we're using FedEx to ship globally, I have to learn all the countries again, so I brought in Kyle as a consultant. Did you know that we have customers in Czechoslovakia?
Actually, it's called the Czech Republic.
Yes, Kyle. You are a lifesaver. And without Kyle, I never would have heard of that new country called Buttheadistan.
We understand you want to grow internationally. FedEx serves over 220 countries and territories.
Welcome back, everyone. 37-25, Virginia took care of this one. And Mike, we talked about the new head coach for Virginia, who was the assistant coach prior to Dmitry Kostov, coming over from SimWorld Europe in SimWorld Prep. And we've heard rumblings about new coaches possibly coming in next season in SimWorld U, and South Carolina, Virginia, looking to SimWorld Prep for their next head coach potentially. Who do you think that should be? If we're talking, right now, early in the prep season, how things are going down there in the tournament circuit.
You're gonna make me say something I don't want to say.
Sure am.
I don't want to see my coaches go anywhere from the SimWorld Prep. No, just kidding. I tell you, I would really like to see what some of our stalwart coaches would be able to do at this level, and I'm going to start with one young man who's I can call him a young man because I'm 3 times his age. That's all over the place, and that is Coach Pope. I would like to see him in a position, in a community leadership position that sorry, I need to stretch.
Gotta get back on defense now, though, and Baldridge is able to get back successfully after finishing the alley-oop dunk. Durant can't get that one off the front of the rim. Didn't have enough legs under him for that one, myself.
Sometimes in your alley, you got to get the whoop. And sometimes oop just is so violent, it just makes everybody head dizzy in the next play.
Yeah. Exactly what that was, I guess, right? 39-25. South Carolina still leading in this one. James gets to the rim. Can't finish there, though. Baldridge unable to grab the rebound. Virginia back up with it. Durant. Birch has it. No Cole Webb or Donnie Baldwin on the floor for Virginia. If you're South Carolina now, I think this is your time to make that run, Maestro.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to make hay when the sun is shining. And this is definitely time to do it. But I'm going to say something right here, though. Their presence, though impactful, has not been overwhelming.
That's true. And you saw the charge there attempt did not work, Maestro. And Abasai James got the 2 points anyway.
If you're going to get put on the floor, you better make it count. You cannot get put on the floor and you look up another man short while he's making 2 points on you.
Yeah, can't do that there. We saw Rye could not finish, but Scooter Van there able to help out and tip that ball in on the putback. 41-27. Gamecocks in the lead still. 3:50 left to go here in the first half of play. Baldridge going to work on the double team before it gets there. 2 points.
You know, South Carolina needs to maintain the tit for tat. That's going to give them the best opportunity here. You know, we know that they were, I'm going to use the word struggling for lack of a better phrase, a little bit. This is going to just got to be a feel-good position for them. Now, do they have the mentality to maintain it? B-Ron, are they going to be able to sort of keep their game, keep their head, stay within themselves, do what they need to do, use the clock in a smart way, and keep moving without the ball in order to make this count?
Exactly. Paint's really congested as Baldridge pulls up for a jumper that does not fall there. First down to try his luck. Unable to hit the mid-range jumper on the other end. But quickly the Gamecocks back up with it. Isaiah James attacking and scoring. There's Doc getting it done offensively. We know he's known for his defense. One of the better defenders in SimWorld Prep last few seasons. Was a part of the Defensive Player of the Year award, but his offense has come along. And there's, maybe not offense there from Virginia. The errant pass from Matthew took off the mark there. Took them in for both teams. Edward Charlie checks back in for South Carolina. Baldridge has to be on the bench for a little bit.
Yeah, that tweet didn't exactly load there when it got sent out there into the...
Not quite. It loaded halfway, and then it was like, nah, we had an issue. Ran through an issue there. But back to Isaiah James though, his offense really came along as his prep career went on, Maestro, and I think we're just gonna continue to see more of that as he continues to work into his game. I think his offense is gonna serve him well.
Yes.
As he really continues to work on.
Yes, and it's about freedom for him, I think. I think it's about freedom of carrying that last name. We know what that means, right? So that's going to get that out the way. That's going to kick that elephant in the face and get that out the way. But not that I'm saying we should kick elephants, so I don't want to hear anything from all you Alabama fans. What a pass to the post. So I didn't quite make it pay off. But, carrying that name, you know what that means. But sometimes it seems like for me, and I'm just going to say this, he's always been the brother that was the most centered. Oh, was this a 4-point? Is a 4-point play here? Is this a 4-point play?
I think it's a deep 2. Master ruling it a deep 2. Cole Webb hit that with the contact from Abasai Dance. Oh, we'll see some more subs come in for South Carolina as Dance is going to go to the bench as well as Killebrew. But continue your thought, Maestro, about Isaiah James.
Yeah, he's always felt a lot more settled to me. He's always felt a lot more comfortable to me within his own skin, being able to do what he want to do. Even if let's go dig up some old dust mites here. He and his brothers got kind of to a back and forth at one particular point there, back in their prep careers together. But what did he do? He always maintained the same presence no matter what, and I always appreciated that about him as a person. And as a player, but more so as a person, to show me where his head was at.
Yeah, when you have brothers like Benari and Barkley, who can be a little more on the abrasive side at times, speaking to people, you have to handle it a certain way, or you get that kind of put on you sometimes. But Isaiah's done a good job of handling that and not letting it get to him and continuing to be his own person. He is still a James. But he does it in a way where it's not so, we'll use the word again, abrasive.
Yeah. Great defense there. Good transition play. This is the Virginia that we thought we were going to be seeing. And look at that move to the rim by Cole Webb.
Yeah, very nice from the Aussie there. 45-33, Virginia trying to cut this lead down. My shortest magic number you're looking for Virginia as we get toward halftime where you're comfortable going into the locker room down by.
I want to get it to 10. I want at least, if I get it under 10, great. But if I can get it to 10, I feel good about it with the way my offense can explode.
And Mikkel there is not making it easy for Virginia to get to 10.
Great
47-33. Final 10 seconds here of the first half are taken away. Shot clock is off. Cole Webb has the ball in his hands and look to get something going here, moving everybody around. Use the screen from Scooter Brand. Step back three. Good. Great job there from Cole Webb to get it to that 11 heading into the locker room.
Yeah,
47-36.
It's math, don't argue.
I will not. I'm not a math guy, as everybody knows. But heading into halftime here, South Carolina out in front still, and they've done a pretty good job of maintaining where they are, Maestro. And that's the beauty of what's in the first half.
Yes, they have, but Virginia's finding their footing, and that is going to be the primary thing that's going to have to look at in the second half and see what's going to pay off for them.
Yeah, and we talked about the hot start that they got off to. South Carolina did 4 for 6 from deep start the game, 4 for 7 at one point. So you haven't really hit any 3-pointers since then. But I feel like Virginia's very close to knocking the door down. But South Carolina doing just enough to keep them at bay.
Did you notice when the threes stopped falling more consistently was when Virginia started getting more physical in the paint?
Yeah, and we'll see if that trend continues as we'll have second half action here for you coming up very, very soon. Quick break for halftime, folks. I'm right back for second half.
LeBron, jerseys dream of retirement.
Your jersey's dream now?
A special time when my jerseys can look back and reflect on all they've accomplished in their careers as my jerseys.
Kobe, I got to go.
A time for my jerseys to relax and pursue other interests, hobbies, handicrafts, painting, woodworking, establishing a multinational entertainment conglomerate with designs on dominating the field of animation, music, and cinema.
Your jerseys is doing all of that?
Well, 8 is more into decoupage, but 24 is quite ambitious. Quite ambitious.
I guess I'm walking to Milwaukee.
We're getting ready for the second half of action here in Charlottesville. You know what that means. Throw up those deuces, folks. We got a second half of basketball coming up here. 47-36. South Carolina out in front, and we're looking to see if they can hold on to this lead as the defense for South Carolina getting it started on their side of things.
I'm sorry, I blacked out. I was saying deuce. Where are we? What's going on? What are we doing?
Maestro going a little loosey-goosey as he does every once in a while, folks. Don't mind him. He's all right, I promise. I promise you he is okay. He's having a little fun, and sometimes, get a little crazy. But Johnny Baldwin is going to be denied points there for Virginia. And the Gamecocks back quickly on the other end, and there is Keandre Baldridge getting his 18th. whatever. 18 points in the game. It didn't sound right coming out the mouth there, but I got it. 18 points in the game. Look out below. Johnny Baldwin flying through the sky and attacking the rim on the alley-oop finish. Virginia still can't get this lead to 10 or under 10, Maestro.
Yeah, and even though we know they have the ability to explode, trust me, I thank for all the text messages. Maestro's okay. The idea for Virginia, they can explode, but they cannot let South Carolina get too comfortable. We saw what happened in the first half. As they got comfortable, what happened? They expanded on their lead. Now Virginia cut into that lead by they're finding their game as we go along here, but they're going to have to find it a lot sooner. It might be 18 minutes right now, but that 18 minutes can feel like 18 seconds real quick.
Yeah, they got to figure out something, and I feel like in a hurry. But I want to talk about some of the numbers here for both sides as we get second half going underway here. Donnie, again, Baldridge, 18 points now. Cole Webb, 12 points for Virginia, and Isaiah James also looking very good as well. And there's Cole Webb, with a dunk of his own, giving him 14 now on the game. 54-40.
Put some hot sauce on my vanilla ice cream. Put some hot sauce on my vanilla ice cream and just leave me alone. Cole Webb said I got this done.
I'm taking the hot sauce away from you, Maestro. We're not doing that. We're not putting hot sauce on ice cream. That's one thing we would not do.
You didn't check my pockets.
Check that deep two though. 56-40. That is a tough shot to hit, especially because when you're shooting from that far out. I know it wasn't a 3-pointer, it was only a 2, but still, those shots were falling earlier in the first half. Got away from it in the latter half of that first half for South Carolina. Baldwin has second foul called on him.
South Carolina's been looking for a consistency all season, and I think they're starting to find it now with their, with what's going on with their game. I think the fact that they got more comfortable with their long distance shooting, I think is bringing some strength to their internal game. Yes, that they felt like they stepped back a little bit once Virginia showed them that they were willing to put them on the floor, so to speak. But I think they're starting to find a way to sort of grind their game in that South Carolina style. Oh! And as we say that, who gets denied?
Yeah. Baldwin there with the block. And now Virginia. Tyre Matthews using the screen from Baldwin. Trying to get him some space. Unable to really do anything with it, though. Baldwin does get the ball here.
Yeah, that was a pick and roll that didn't exactly roll. They kind of picked and they kind of moved together. Look at that.
Yeah. As now Killebrew going to have his first foul on his stat sheet, and Baldwin's going to go back to the free throw line for Virginia here.
You can shoot just like that, don't you, B-Ron? I thought that's what you had some shoes, just like Johnny Ball game there.
They're nice, aren't they? Yeah, they're real nice, man. I wear them to make sure people can spot me sometimes because
100. Well, it's hard being the most beautiful man in SimWorld. Everybody looks at your face. You want people to look at your feet too. I understand what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Baldwin misses another free throw there. I don't think he's hit one tonight. And if he has, it's only been one or two.
You gotta relax. You have to relax. A player with his ability, sometimes it's a case where your body's moving faster than your mind. And, you have to make sure that you give your body a chance to catch up to where your brain is. And that just means slowing down.
Yeah, you have time on the free throws. To my knowledge, my opinion is kind of on the when you can shoot the free throw.
Exactly.
You can put all the time you want down area.
Yeah. And you're talking about a guy who could jump up and sit on the top of the backboard. So when he gets still, he's really got to focus on getting his mind quiet.
Absolutely. Tyre Matthews swings the ball around the Cole Webb. Webb throws it up to Baldwin. Johnny Baldwin and Cole Webb, there's that connection that they were hoping to get when they got the commitment from Cole Webb. I'm sure they were hoping to get Tyson Simpson involved in that as well, but he is no longer on Virginia. Injured, fighting an injury, left the team after the debacle last season with Tony Bennett himself and Johnny Baldwin at that point in time as well, too. That also, I think, had an impact on things as well, Maestro. That whole drama is still kind of looming over the program, it feels like, into the season.
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say it. Probably the best time, whenever you're dealing with a situation like that, the best time for the teams are when they're in the locker room, when they're on the practice floor, when they're in the game. It's the rest of the time that noise tends to creep in.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Maestro, I think that voice gets louder when you have people who are coming in and making changes, like Dmitry Kosov, for example, coming in and making changes. And speaking of coming in and making changes, we want to make a change in someone's EM wallet and give away some EMs, but you know, we can't just do that, of course, because we got goals we want to.
That's right.
Get the stream to 50 live viewers, and you got to be in here and present to win those EMs. So 50 viewers in the stream, be in here, active, chatting with us, and you'll be eligible to win those EMs. But like I said, got to be here to do it.
And you know, when you get those EMs, go and hook up your boy Maestro. We'll go out to a nice soul food restaurant, and I'm sorry. Okay.
No, man.
I didn't realize my mic was on. I don't want to make I don't make the suits back at SimWorld, corporate a little upset with me.
I understand that. Gotta keep corporate happy, right? We are on CBS, Maestro. There's one thing I know about CBS is that CBS cares.
Yeah, CBS cares. That's right. Right. So does Maestro. So I'll let you go.
CBS and Maestro, they both care. I care too, but hey, it's fun. How about me now? 58-45, South Carolina still out in front here in this one. Virginia just can't seem to find their way to really get back into this one as Edward Charlie scores on the interior over Studervant there.
Yeah, it's that 15-point. Generally, what most coaches would tell you is they want to be down by a point a minute. So right now, Virginia's behind schedule. They're down by 15. It's 14 minutes left to go in the game. They want to get that at least under a point a minute to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, Studervant can call for an illegal screen there.
Well, the crowd is letting them know.
Yeah. Crowd is not happy about that here in Charlottesville. You got to keep playing. You see the half-court press there from Cole Webb. Yeah, I think that's a decent strategy, Maestro.
Yes.
Put some pressure, and it paid off there. They had to stop. Now Virginia back the other way with it here. Slowing things up. Gets the screen from Baldwin. Now throw it up to him, and Baldwin will finish it.
Webb the Baldwin. That's how we do it.
Like I said earlier, that's that connection that this Virginia fan base was so excited to see when they heard that Cole was committed to them last season in Studervant with a block there in the second chance at it here in South Carolina. Shot clock down to 5. Shot is up. It's no good. Ball on the glass.
This is where Virginia gets a chance to make their move. Here's where I call that 2-for-3 thing. You want to get two. You want to score in 2 possessions and get 2 stops for every 3 possessions, and that's just how this how it's going to work for them. Oh my goodness, a fall away 3.
That's one of those yikes shots, Maestro. As there's a foul on Birch. His first of the game, got caught reaching in there. And South Carolina going to take a timeout here. We're going to take ours with a quick break as well, folks. Come right back. Welcome back, everyone. And, so far, Maestro, it's been a game that we kind of expected the Stars to play well, and they have. DeAndre Baldridge, 18 points, South Carolina. Donnie Baldwin, 18 points for Virginia. Webb with a solid 14 as well. Baldwin not shooting all that great percentage-wise, but is producing. So there's that, right?
Yes, and the idea is going to be for the last 12 minutes here, almost 13 minutes. Here is going to be about who's going to get comfortable. Virginia's made the mistake of allowing South Carolina to get very comfortable in their house. And I understand that they're also fighting their own demons. They're trying to get their own game, trying to get solid. You're playing in front of your crowd, sold-out house, as always is in SimWorld U. And the fans are awesome. We thank you so much for hanging out with us, watching. Even though for those of you who are watching us on CBS tonight, we definitely appreciate you too. Love all that you kind of bring that energy all the time. But the idea here for Virginia is, in these last 12 minutes, they're going to have to be more impactful across the table and putting South Carolina great blocks, starting right there with their play to kind of force the issue and get South Carolina uncomfortable. This is a team that's not used to winning big, so make them work for it. Make them work for it.
Exactly. Yeah. And look at that, Johnny Baldwin from the block to the dunk on the other end. That's exactly what you need. That's an energy kind of play, Maestro.
Again, that's that athleticism. He took a step toward the free throw line and then reverse pivot and one step to the dunk. You're not going to stop that. You're not even going to get there in time for the charge because he was already in the air by the time you're able to react to it.
Yeah, exactly. Now Charlie working on Baldwin, and that is a beautiful move inside. On Johnny Baldwin, with Charlie.
That kind of brought me back to Moses Malone. So all you youngsters, go look up Moses Malone. How he used to work the paint.
Yeah, I have to look that up myself. I was not around when Moses Malone was playing basketball. I recognize the name a lot. It's one of those names you hear and you go, yeah, one of the great players in league history for SWH.
Went to the league right out of high school and was impactful almost right away, and probably, and I'm just going to say this, and yes, I'm biased. Ooh!
The rim is biased against Johnny Baldwin. They want him to stop, but he's not going to, Maestro, at all. An emphatic dunk there from Johnny Baldwin. Another one in as many possessions for the Cavaliers. And don't look now, but it's, once again, an 11-point lead for South Carolina. They're on the cusp of getting this thing down the single digits.
That's what you
They haven't been able to get there yet, Maestro. That's in the team. And they're still not going to get there because of that basket from South Carolina every single time, Maestro. South Carolina, or Virginia gets close to cutting it down to under 10. South Carolina has an answer for it.
You cannot let another team get comfortable, whether they're trying to learn how to win or not, because there's enough. Oh my goodness gracious! Great high off the rim move there. Because as soon as they get comfortable, they're going to make you pay every time you think you're back in it.
Yeah, and that's the danger of in a game like this when you've been behind for a majority of it. But Johnny Baldwin is going to do his part to make sure that this doesn't get too out of hand too quickly. And you see the pressure here from Webb, and you saw the other Virginia Cavalier defenders on the half-court line. They're ready for the court. And there's a charge on Dance. Second of the day. Last I know you had about that one.
Yeah, I love me some charges, baby. Let's go get some.
Put your body on the line, and those are the kind of plays, Maestro, that as a team, that could get you fired up and get you going offensively, too.
Really important to Virginia, and I think they need this. They need to get their crowd back into it, and I think that's going to be the start. We're starting to hear the crowd, starting to let them know, let's get it done, let's get it done. That's what they probably need. Great pass in the paint, moving in traffic with the ball. Coldwell with the finish. This is what Virginia needs to do. They need a stop now to make everything worth it, because if South Carolina scores, it's going to take all its energy away.
Yep, and they're taking their time out here. 66-55. Want to stay here, though, folks. And you love SimWorld, right? I know you do, because you're here with us. So
right.
Be sure to like the stream, number one. Number two, continuously active in the chat, commenting with everybody, talking about the game. all that stuff that's going on, and most importantly, share SimWorld with a friend, a family member, friends you ain't seen in 20 years. I don't care who it is, but share it with somebody. Sports fan, gamer, or not, it's for everybody. And if you love sports, especially, SimWorld is the place to be for the fan, for the person who thinks they could be a coach, for somebody who says, I could have played in the league if it weren't for my knee. You can come in here and see what happens if it weren't for that knee. What happened?
What happened was
what?
I had the cartilage. I had the cartilage.
And this is a place to find out what that could be like. But let's talk about our top performer of the game and Maestro. It is Keandre Baldridge. Not our player of the game, but we're going to spotlight him for sure. And he's done a really good job for the Gamecocks all game long.
Yes, he has. And you know what? He's been that sort of centerpiece that they've been able to hinge around, getting a lot of help across the table there. But he's definitely got the team on his shoulders, so to speak, and making it work. And this is where it's going to count now. We're under 10 minutes. We got an 11-point game. Are they going to be able to maintain it? Or is Virginia, who's starting to find their voice on the floor, are they going to make them pay?
Yeah, and that's kind of the key for them. Can they make them pay? And really, they haven't done that. Every time they've gotten close, like I said, someone has an answer. And there's a deep two that falls.
South Carolina is saying, you know what? We'll tit for tat you all day. You go do what you got to do. We're just going to do what we got to do. And then everybody's going to be doing what they need to do.
Oh! Answer for answer. And there is a dunk there for Virginia. That was Quentin Riley who finished the play there. But most importantly, Maestro, the dunks, the offensive scores are great. You need to stop it. You got one there. Down the other way, long pass from Baldwin to Birch, who can't finish it.
No. Happened so fast. Great that way, deep court pass. It's a little off the mark there, and his receiver did not get a chance to pull it in and maintain control as he stayed in bounds. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness! And South Carolina throwing up alley-oops of their own now, responding there with points.
You know, that might be enough, even this early in the game, unless something goes sideways, to sort of kind of put a stone. And now you got another stop. South Carolina has found the game they need to be, and now we see that. I think that's a frustration foul. That was able to get a charge.
The charge, yeah.
A charge.
Cole Webb was the one who put his body in position there to get that charging call on Killebrew.
Listen,
go
for
ahead.
our audience who doesn't know, because I took a lot of charges. I never got a charge call if I did not hit the floor. I'm just going to tell you that right now, so you rarely see that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the key to a charge, right, Maestro? Hitting the floor, you got to sell it, right?
You got to sell it, baby.
You got to sell it, man. Call it flopping or whatever, but you got to sell it.
And
really get hit sometimes, too.
That's right. And I'm not saying I ever did this, but an extra, oh my goodness, air ball is not. You know, sometimes it helps when you slap the floor and hit the ground. Now, I would never do that, allegedly. So I'm just letting other people might do that to give a little emphasis on how hard you might hit the floor.
Right, of course. Yeah, me too. I totally wouldn't have did that allegedly.
No, not at all.
I'm too small. Why would I take? I'm gonna take a charge and disintegrate right there on the floor. Well, look, Virginia is trying to get back in the game, but South Carolina is trying to disintegrate their chances of doing so. As the Cavaliers are going to take themselves a timeout. 72-57. Gamecocks out in front here. We're going to take ourselves a little break. Come right back. Welcome back, folks. And as a reminder, the SimWorld Youth Game of the Week is following this one. Number 8 Miami Hurricanes on the road facing the number 15 Mississippi State Bulldogs. Maestro, this game is, I think, really going to be a big telling point for Miami this season. They come out the gate struggling, number 1 team in the nation to start the season, and really haven't looked comfortable at all starting the season. Whereas on the other side, Mississippi State has pulled off a few upsets this season, and they had a chance to do and get their biggest one so far of the season, really. Against the defending national champions, too.
And if I can be rude a little bit, not just because I'm from the SIP, but I just want to say this. I don't feel like those games that Mississippi State won, Hell State, by the way, were upsets. It felt like, at least it didn't feel like it in the moment. I'll tell you why. Their game is so solid from midcourt to midcourt that they had control. Normally upsets mean, you're kind of outclass, you come back at the minute, and Mississippi State didn't do that. And I think the U is going to find out more about that game here coming up here tonight.
Yeah, and we'll see. That's coming up after this one. Meanwhile, Donnie Baldwin, missing the shot there. He's produced, yes, but he hasn't been efficient in his production, and that I think is part of the problem for them overall tonight. One of them anyway, one of many problems. As Baldridge tries his luck and gets met at the rim, but it does not matter. And I spoke about problems earlier, but Baldridge has been the other problem for Virginia. They have not had an answer for him all game.
No, and their passing is getting a little sloppy right now because they're starting to press a little bit. They're starting to feel the weight of the game, what's going on here. And it does not help when, in my unofficial hashtag mark, again, sloppy pass gives you to a steal. That's why you stay in the lane. Does not give away the fact that Virginia has left at least 28 points from around the charge circle off the table because they're just missing too many easy buckets down low.
Yeah, and that was Isaiah James looking to pass on that steal, and Colwell flying to the sky, getting the dunk there for Virginia. But it feels like the energy might have been took out of the arena, and there's Isaiah James.
I said, you don't know about me. Now you do.
Know about him offensively, too. We know he's known for his defense, but his offense, I mentioned it earlier, his offense has really come a long way. And tonight we're seeing, I want to say, the next kind of evolution of that. Yeah. He's looking more comfortable slashing and getting to the basket off the dribble, Maestro. And that's huge for his development.
I hope this is not offensive, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Scottie Pippen. I'm not Scottie Pippen, of Dennis Rodman, who would rather pass more than score. But whenever he'd pick a moment to get his 2 points in a game, the crowd would go crazy because it was just so unexpected. Like when you see Dennis Rodman finally put the ball into the bucket, because it was just so rare that he would do that. And this kind of reminds me of that, like he picks his moments. Boom, I got you. Yeah, I can do that too, but I'd rather stop you over here.
Yeah. Does the name Lou Dort ring a bell for you, Maestro, at all?
100%. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's who people are saying Isaiah James is comparable to in terms of play style.
Yeah, which is a lot better comp. I know Maestro goes back to the days of 8-track and black and white TV when I pull my comps, and I apologize to the audience for that.
Pull those comps, man. Use that. But that 3-pointer there does not go, and now we're getting some fan interaction here, trying to get them back into the game.
Yeah.
And it's 4:10 left in this one. It feels like, Maestro, this one is pretty much ramped up. The energy has been sucked out of the arena. Feels like for the longest time now. SLCon is going to continue to roll, but this 3-pointer there is short off the front of the rim. Virginia still trying. Pass aside to Baldwin. Hoop. Foul. No bucket there.
Yeah, I got the harm, no hoop. I need to get some screenshots of behind the bench. Anyway, the idea here for Virginia is they are as much as they were struggling earlier, and I'm going to use a struggle word, so don't get totally upset with Maestro. They weren't sloppy. And the last minute 45 seconds, they've been sloppy, and that's why this game is where it is right now with a 16-point lead with South Carolina with 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the game. You can't get sloppy, especially can't get sloppy late in the game, and you cannot get sloppy late in the game when you're trailing and trying to get back in. So many times, as you called B-Ron, they got it down to 10 points, and what did South Carolina do? Come back with an answer, and that's the key when you build up a big lead. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be right when you got to be right.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing, Maestro. They were 1 point away from getting it to 10. They would get to 11, and then every single time, South Carolina would score the next possession down, or the next one they got to stop. And there is a deep shot. That one does not go for Virginia. That's kind of been the theme for them in the second half, getting a lot of good looks, not taking the best advantage of those good looks when they do get them, and not getting stopped either. And there's another alley-oop to Johnny Baldwin. He has been on high alert for alley-oops all game long, it feels like. But one of those things where, it's great, but not going to matter if you're not getting stops on the other side as a team.
Yeah, and I'm not feeling the defensive urgency, and I wonder if that's because of a lack of comfortability or if just I don't know. Maybe it almost feels like a little less awareness of the moment here. I think they're a little surprised, and you cannot walk away from a guy mid-range shot and give that. Those are the mental mistakes that will make a coach want to go bang their head through it, through a bathroom stall.
Yeah, banging through a table. One of those situations is ridiculous. Can't leave a guy wide open like that and just walk away from him. And Cole Webb bringing the press defense to Whitmer Thomas there. They would bring the ball up the court though, regardless. Kick back out to it, 3-ball up, and good.
Man, South Carolina's found their offensive voice tonight. Let's go back to this first 4 minutes of the game, B-Ron. You called it. What happened? South Carolina, not known for their threes. We said that. What did they do? They started off tonight 4 for 6 from downtown.
4 for 6, yeah.
And they got comfortable. They got happy. Then it felt like it was part of their game. And now, guess who's paying the price? Virginia.
Yeah, that was a huge part of the start of this game was the 3-pointers. For South Carolina, really set the tone, I feel, for the course of the game. If those things were falling for them, and they're not known for that really at all, you're in trouble if you're Virginia, who, on the other side of things, they're not any better. 22% coming into the game from 3-point range, Maestro. Mm-hmm. But if one side getting those types of fall and you aren't, and that belief, like you said at the top, goes a long way. And they rode that wave all throughout this one.
Yeah.
That wave all throughout this one. As we get down to the final minute of the game, we'll see South Carolina move to 500, and they'll go to 3-3 on the season. And there's a wide open shot down there, and it rattled around. If that would have somehow found its way out, I'd have had to have a talk with somebody. That would have been just a pure microcosm of the game for Virginia. If even that one would have fell out.
That was just, I don't have words how ugly that could have been.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's one of those where it's like, man, what do we have to do? But Virginia, gonna go and talk things over, but not before Johnny Baldwin continues to dunk on people, this time over 2 Gamecock defenders, as this one is going to come down to the end of it here, as this one is going to go final. We're going to have it be 83-71, South Carolina victorious in this one. Post up coming up. And then we'll see game 2. Tomorrow, game of the week, Miami and Mississippi State. After that, for Maestro, I'm B-Ron, all the guys in the truck. We'll see you in game 2 after the post up.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Come on, Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three. In the clip, game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be trippin' with my foes, tipping, shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin'. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld Hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
It's gonna be tough. Better know the road is rough, so push on up. Get up off the grind again. Yeah, partner, I'ma be here till the very end. If I lose or win, you gon' know I ain't no hoe. I had a dream of going pro, I let that go. But I snatched my diploma before I exit the door. Now when they see me,
Oh man, you ain't ballin' no more.
you just don't know. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm about to hit the airwaves in a minute or so. We doing show for show all around the nation. It's gonna go down, baby. Just be patient. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it.
If you really want it, go and get them dollars. I'ma pop my collar, ride big and poly. Swinging Jeep Cherokees, make them holler. My name is KB, and I'm the Mac with it. I won't stop till I reach the top and keep moving. So can't nobody hold me down. Faces frown, cause they thought I fell off hooping. Rebound in this game like Cheryl swooping. MVP, so ain't nobody stopping me. My destiny, blow up in this game of rapping. Fingers snapping, guns collapsing, screaming my name. I'm bringing the pain, it won't stop till I get it. A meal we split on first class flights overseas with Vietnamese and Japanese currencies. Appropriately describe this game, baby.
If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it.
The path to success is a long one. Sometimes it seems I'm crawling slowly up the wrong one. At times I wonder if it's really supposed to be. I hear a boy say, JB, run the music industry. New century, I'm froze up because the game is on. Toast to my partners that rest in peace of those who staying strong. I'm staying strong by my team through this good life. Cause we done had a little sample of the good life. Studios and closed shows, you can superstars. Money flows straight through the door cause of who you are. The harder part of life was living. Cause every single thing you asked for was given. I ain't tripping. Once I was told by this wise old man to take my time for as long as I can. Be in control of your destiny. You have the world in the palm of your hand.
If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it, dawg. If you really want it, you can have it.
Brand new clothes for all your kinfolk.
You can have it, dawg.
Twanky Lorenzos on the Benzo.
You can have it, dawg.
Rose from your toes to your ears.
You can have
Up
it,
in the
dawg.
club, VIP, poppin' bills.
You can have it, dawg.
Beachfront property in Miami.
You can have it,
Slow
dawg.
tipping on the Bentley, dripping candy.
You can have it, dawg.
And all of the shit you seen on BET.
You can have it,
and all the
dawg.
shit that you saw on MTV.
You can have it, dawg.
You can have it, dawg. You can have it, dawg. You can have it, dawg. Straight up.
Welcome into our SimWorld U Game of the Week here. We are in Starkville, Mississippi, more commonly known as the Las Vegas of the Southeast, Stark Vegas, baby. We are here, Mississippi State, 4-2, finally ranked number 15 in the country. They're taking on the reigning champs and seemingly struggling so far this year, the University of Miami. This should be an absolutely electric matchup. I'm Bubba Roberts here in the booth with Randy Jungleson. Randy, how are we doing tonight being back here in Stark Vegas?
Yeah, Bubba, it's great to be here with you. Back in Stark Vegas, it's a great city. Been here a few times with you. Got a great dinner at Bulldog Burger Shack. And yeah, I'm just excited to see this game. We got two great teams going at it. Mississippi State on the rise. Ready to see what we get tonight.
Absolutely, and the struggles, and they're being called struggles. A lot of people are brushing off as early season woes. They got a lot of time to figure it out. But this Miami team had very high expectations, retaining almost their entire roster from their championship run, and adding a top freshman in Kevon Jackson. Gone 2-2, started the year. Their losses coming to, at that point, highly ranked Illinois team and a Gonzaga team who is now a top 5 team in the country. So, I mean, their losses came to some very good teams, but their wins didn't look so great either. It seems that they seem to play to their competition, and that's going to be a dangerous thing against Terrell Pearson and this Mississippi State squad, because they play their game no matter who they're playing, and that's what's made them so dangerous.
Yeah, Bubba, and it's still so early in the season that you got to give Miami some time. And, you know, like you said, they brought a lot of guys back, so they shouldn't really need time to gel. But again, you got to shake the rust off. So I'm not too concerned about them, but this will be a tough test tonight in front of an electric Parkville crowd.
Absolutely. I have, and for those of you that don't know, this stadium is affectionately known as the Hump out here in Stark Vegas. I've rarely seen the Hump this fired up, but they got a great team this year to support, and it's going to be fun to watch. And, you know, Randy, when you talk about defending a championship, Josiah Townley, the young man from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with the block there, he's a dangerous guy. But when you talk about defending a championship, really in any sport, especially a sport like college basketball, like SimWorld U, you got so many teams that are looking to go get a title. What can you say about the difficulties that come with trying to go back to back?
Yeah, Bubba, I mean, like we talked about, it's very tough to go back-to-back, especially in SimWorld U College Hoops. You know, they did bring back a lot of players, like we mentioned, so they do have that consistency, but it's about coming to work every day and just putting your head down and doing your job. And it's tough to stay focused, especially coming off a national championship. And so many teams coming at you, you got that target on your back, and they just got to work harder than everyone. They got the talent to do it, they got the coaching, they just got to make it happen.
Absolutely. Jim Larinaga, an absolutely legendary basketball coach, known and loved throughout the community. And, I mean, I think you nailed it on the head. But what really does it for me, when you think about a team trying to go back, is that added pressure. It's that added, yes, that you got a target on your back. Everybody wants to take you down. And there's these expectations that are placed on you. You're racking your brain, you know, you want to play like we did last year. You can't play like you did the year before. You got to make some change. You got to do something different, because teams are going to have you figured out at this point. They watch you all season. They watch you play some extra games to get to the finals and win the whole thing. Well, I mean, teams know what you did. You got to make a few adjustments, maybe some rotation adjustments, add those highly touted freshmen, and then, just like you said, coming to work every day, keeping your head on straight, you know, not playing like you're the reigning champs, but playing like you're just as hungry as you were the year before. And I think that's what's missing for this Miami squad so far this year.
Yeah, Bubba, and we got, like we're talking about, they're off to a slow start here today. 6-0 Mississippi State, and they're looking good. Miami just called a timeout, so we'll see if they can recover.
That we will, but we'll also see which of you out there watching the game right now. First of all, if you're watching the game, go ahead and like it. You keep commenting down there, get your engagement up, do your thing, and just immerse yourself in this world. We just gave you a whole, we're talking about the storylines that we got. We got great storylines going for these two teams, and that's what sports is all about. You get to watch the storylines, and you will not find anywhere else in the world where you get to role play like in SimWorld, where you get to live out that dream. See those storylines unfold right in front of you. You will not find anywhere else in the world. You're really doing yourself a disservice if you are not immersing yourself to the full extent here. Miami gonna look for their first points of the game, inbound to Richard Hennessy. That's a big boy. Randy, that's a big boy. That's a 7'2", 265-pound boy from Havana, Cuba. I don't know what they were feeding him down there, but I mean that is a large boy.
He is just an absolute monster, and that's the type of guy you got to keep an eye on, because he's a guy who can take over a game.
Hey, he is, but this interior defense of Mississippi State has been sensational so far. Josiah Townley and Trey Schemes really holding their own against two very, very good front court players, Jermaine McLemore and Richard Hennessy, two guys that are well on their way to being SWBA guys one day. Richard Hennessy got another year at least before he can be eligible, but Jermaine McLemore, we can expect to see him as a top pick in this upcoming draft. So, I mean, holding their own right here. Townley's really made a name for himself, but can't get the stop there. Miami's finally going to get one on the board, see if that's going to take the lid off the basket for him.
And what I really love about the Mississippi State team is they're so versatile. You know, they got a lot of guys who would naturally be forwards, but they do a lot of ball handling. They can really play anywhere on the court. It makes them a very dangerous team and a tough team to defend.
Absolutely. I mean, they're disciplined and they're versatile. You mentioned guys who can do a couple things in different places on the floor. We talk about Josiah Townley, the senior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He's their center. Great interior defender. But what he can do, he's leading the team in three-pointers made. He's got 22 threes made on the young SimWorld U season. Shooting about 44% for a 6'10" guy who is not a lanky guy like those Kevin Durant's and Wembanyamas. I mean that's impressive. He is strong down low and he can step out and shoot the three, and that is part of what has made this team so dangerous is his ability to draw out big men like Richard Hennessy from the paint and give his ball handlers Terrell Pearson, Darwin Cohan, and Maverick Strong, those guys get more space to operate and drive into the paint. That formula has worked incredibly well for this Mississippi State Bulldog team so far. And Hennessy's going to be at the line. He misses the first, not a 1-and-1 as it was a shooting foul. Second to go. He can't. This Stark Vegas crowd getting all rowdy. Not going to let him do that.
And right now, everything's a struggle for Miami right now. It's not great.
Richard Hennessy going to pick up one.
Again, this Mississippi State team is a good team, so Miami's going to have to just figure it out. They're not going to give you the answer easily. This is a good Miami team. Like we mentioned, they got great coaching. They got to just find the answer and solve the problem.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. You look at this Miami team, you look at the games they did win, what they can do for sure with all this talent on the roster, they can score in bunches. I mean, they can put up a lot of points in very little time. So, I mean, you can't ever count this team out of the game. But the Mississippi State team, as I've mentioned a few times, very disciplined on offense, on defense. They are going to hold their ground. They're going to make you work for every shot. They're not going to give you the open shot. They're not going to give you one thing to take away another. They're going to make everything difficult. That's what they do here in Mississippi State, and that's what they're going to continue doing. Their style of play almost fits their mascot, Randy and Anna. You see that sometimes, and you think, is there a correlation? Well, probably not, but here, they play like they're Bulldogs. They play tough. They play rowdy. It's just a bunch of dogs here on this Mississippi State team.
And Chris Jans, head coach of the Mississippi State Bulldogs, has just done a great job of building that culture top to bottom.
He has in an SEC conference that in the past 5-6 years has really transitioned to be a very, very good basketball conference. But there's the freshman we mentioned, Kayvon Jackson. He's going to get to the paint, hit the contested lay again. No easy shots, but he gets that one to go.
Bubba, I know we're only 5 minutes in here, but we haven't talked about a lot tonight. We haven't mentioned Dominic Bianco's name.
I hadn't seen him do anything, Randy.
That's the problem right there for the U.
There you go. That's it. Edgar Fernandez taken to the rack. He was recently benched from the starting lineup. I believe Jim Larinaga said, he believes Fernandez is going to be better served coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for this Miami team, which they could use right now as he's going to get to the line and get some free throws. We talk about them all the time. They're free. He's got to take them.
How many things in life are free, Bubba?
Not many things in life are free, but we did get our meal comped at the Bulldog Burger Shack today. They knew us, and we're very thankful for them. They're big CBS sports fans, and so they comped our meals. So we want to shout out the Bulldog Burger Shack here on campus in Stark Vegas. Go get yourself a burger there. It makes some good burgers.
And talk about Southern hospitality, Bubba.
Talk about Southern hospitality. You're going to find it here. You're going to find it here. Gets both his free throws to go. It's a 5-point game here. It's been somewhat of a slow-paced game, which does not always play well in Miami's kind of style. Mississippi State's doing a great job of slowing them down, making them play their game. Oh, and they're going to say that's off Darwin Cohan. It's going to go the other way. Hurricanes got a chance to pull it even closer.
You mentioned with the slow start, Bubba, this Miami team averages over 82 points per game. They're definitely not at that pace right now. But, again, it's only a 5-point game. Hurricanes haven't been playing great, but they're right in this one.
I think you cannot count this Hurricane team out. You just cannot. I mean, you wouldn't at a 5-point game anyways, but no matter what, they could score 20 points in 6 minutes, no problem. So Bianco getting all fancy. Townley going to shut that down. He's going to say, all right, well, we're just going to foul you, make you reset. Inbound. Going to go to Hennessy in the corner again. They run that inbound play a couple times already. And get the ball in, set the offense. Bianco off the screen from Hennessy. He's going to pull up with a step back three. Can't get it to go, and Hennessy has the rebound grabbed out of his hand. Oh, Townley with the mismatch down low. That's barbecue chicken right there. He's going to take it in. He said, Bianco, you too little. Hey, that's barbecue chicken. I'll take you back out on Saturday evening. We're going to be watching some SimWorld Hoops football, and I'm going to barbecue you up like some chicken on the grill right there. Townley just took me down.
This is a tough matchup there for Bianco. How about that, Bubba? How about that?
All right, well, he came right back. He did some cooking of his own on that one, and that's what you want to see. You want to see competitive sparks going on. He said, all right, I'm going to get scored on, and I'm going to come back and pull off something that 90% of the world's population probably can't do.
Bianco, top 20 projected pick in this upcoming draft. I mean, he's really showing it with that move right there. He's got that skill set. He can really take over a game.
Asa Bob from Greenwood, Mississippi. Hometown guy right here. Greenwood, only about an hour outside of Stark Vegas. He gets to go sophomore. Gets the three to fall there. Keeping this Mississippi State lead to about 8. Miami trying to pull a little closer here, but it's not making it easy.
Good interior defending there in Bianco.
Great interior defense. They clog the lane when you try to go down there. Right there, just great one-on-one defense from Asa Bob. And he gets to stop on Kevon. And it looks like he's going to try to challenge Richard Hennessy in there one-on-one. He's not. He's going to kick it back out. Oh, Mike Dowell, another hometown hero here from Jackson, Mississippi, the freshman. It's the three to fall. I mean, whoa, these Mississippi guys, they say, hey, you might be from flashy Miami. You got your yachts. You got, your professional football teams and whatnot. Your professional basketball. You got all these flashy things in Miami, but we down here in Mississippi, we can do it. We can do it just as well.
Bubba Dowell can shoot. He comes off the bench. He doesn't put up many points per game, averaging about 6 per game, but he can shoot the three ball.
And he can. He's second on the team in threes. He's shooting about a 50% clip from three. It's a dang on good clip. Miami trying to defend. Mississippi State running some off-ball action. Can't get that one to go, but Townley with the board down low. Somehow he ended up with Dominic Bianco on him again. Took advantage, got the offensive board. He needs to put back for him. It's now a double-digit lead for this state team.
Townley's really dominating this game right now, and you wouldn't really expect that with the matchup against Hennessy, but he is playing his butt off tonight.
He wants to take a name for himself. He's been balling out so far. This is their first nationally broadcasted game that Mississippi State's had, so he's going to take this opportunity to show what he can do. He'll pull up for that three there. We know he's got that in his bag, but did not get that one to fall.
Mississippi State's really earned this national game. They had a dramatic win earlier this year against Rutgers, so they've earned this moment.
So everybody talking about State right now. Townley's going to take another three. He's got shooting mentality. He don't care that he missed the last one. He's going to take the next one.
That's what they call the double heat check. Heat check the first time. I'll just heat check it again just in case.
It ain't bothering me. You know what I mean? You're a shooter. You might as well go and shoot.
Got that mentality, bud.
Miami gonna bring it back up the floor. Bianco getting a rest right now. Driving in, try to take it strong. Can't get it to go. Townley and Trey Skeens also on the bench for the Mississippi State team. Two teams seem to be running a little bit more of a small ball right up here, and he's gonna baptize them down here in Mississippi. He said, welcome to the Bible Belt. We're going to take you to church. We're going to baptize you right there. That's the Anthony Hine, Pompano Beach, Florida. He must know some of these Miami kids. He took them to church right there. Hey, don't get it back. Miami team might need to get some of those starters back on the floor. They're having trouble even getting a good shot. And Anthony Hines will take advantage of it again. Timeout, Miami, down by 11, double-digit deficit here for the Hurricanes. And Jim Larranaga is going to try to figure something out here.
Essendo pozza di bruciato.
Non sono io l'infiltrato. Mi mancata di rispetto. Le vostre madri si vergognerebbero di voi.
Parla proprio come noi!
Welcome back here to the Hump in Stark Vegas, Mississippi. The city that never sleeps, I think they call it, at least, we take some good names here. But, anyways, that's not the point. Stark Vegas here, Mississippi State Bulldogs, 11-point lead. Randy, what, if you are Jim Larranaga right now, what are you trying to tell your guys? What are you drawing up for them to kind of get back into this game, kind of gain some control back over this game?
If I'm Jim Larranaga, I lean on my stars. I got Dominic Bianco, one of the best players in the country. He helped win me a title last year. Let's get him more involved. Get him the ball more. Get him to the rack. Get us back in this ball game. You never go wrong when you have a guy like Dominic Bianco, a sensational young man, great basketball player, and his numbers speak for themselves. But you watch his game, and they speak even louder than the numbers. But tonight, been struggling so far. Had a couple good baskets go. But not been able to get hot yet. He's still on the bench right now. Edgar Fernandez with a step back. Gets that one to go over the taller defender. Great shot there for Ed. Yeah, that's a big shot. That's a big shot right there from Edgar. I mean, if Miami's going to hit those, then they'll get right back in the ball game.
Absolutely, and coming right out of a timeout like that, trying to, outplay a little, slow it down, and then gain momentum coming out of it. That's beautiful. But Trey Schemes don't care. Trey Schemes, that's a tough big. Senior out of Tampa, Florida, and he is a dog inside.
Another Florida guy for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Maybe take a little place.
Anthony.
They want to beat that hometown team. Miami trying to get someone open. Edgar Fernandez going to keep the aggression up, but can't get that to go. And State running the other way. They got a fast break now.
Bubba, that's a tough shot right there. Edgar hit that three on that last possession, but even that was a tough shot coming out of the timeout. In contrast, Mississippi State, they're just getting wide open layups.
And if you watch there, that was just beautifully drawn up right there by the team on the floor. I mean, you saw Mike Dowell, the Jackson, Mississippi native, come off a double screen, dive into the basket, gets the pass. And Edgar Fernandez, he might be the guy to go to tonight. He's got the hot hand here for Miami. The aggression from Ed has been sensational.
How about that move there from Edgar? He just flew right by his defender.
Got those quick feet. Excellent shot created. And that little handoff action, they're going to run that pick and roll action again to the rack. And that's going to be Deontay Sawyers O'Brien, another Mississippi native, Biloxi. He down by the beach. That's the beach town here in Mississippi, Biloxi, for those that don't know. The best casino you'll find
beaches here in Mississippi.
Absolutely. Name McLemore inside. Smaller defender goes up, gets an easy bucket. Still a double-digit deficit for this Hurricanes team. With three here, Mike Dowell gets another one to go. He's on fire tonight. This whole Mississippi State team, they're shooting with confidence, and they're shooting well.
Mike King Dow was talking about this. The man can shoot the ball. Do not leave him open out there.
State coming the other way. Anthony Hines can't get it together. Miami's got to string together some stops with some buckets. You can't just get one of the two when you're trying to kind of come back from somewhere. McLemore with a great spin move to the rack and one. And one for the big man, Jermaine McLemore out of the H, Houston, Texas, 6'10", 220. That's a load. That's a load right there.
That's a nice finish from Jermaine McLemore right there. That's what Miami needs. They need more aggression on offense right now. In 2 passes right now.
Absolutely, and that's kind of play that can really spark your team. A lot of fire under everyone's butts. I'll tell you what, interestingly enough, Dominic Bianco is still not on the floor. We have not seen him since about the 13, 14-minute mark in this game. He has been sidelined.
Yeah, I'm curious, bro. Is there an injury issue, or is Larinaga just sitting him down to, let him rest and kind of refocus a little bit? Because I'm curious why he's in the game for so long right now.
You would think you got, your star point guard. You're losing a game like this. You might want to have him in. Maybe he's trying to get some other guys going, but a legal screen there, and Maverick Strong gives the ball back to Miami, and here he comes, Dominic Bianco. He should have some fresh legs right now. See if he's going to use them.
How's the sweet spot? You got about 6 minutes left before halftime. Down 11. Cut this lead down a little bit. Plenty of time. You're right in this ball game.
Jermaine McLemore with another bucket. I'll tell you what, Randy, he's getting it going right now. That's another guy that you're going to see potential lottery pick in the SWBA draft, and he's getting it going right now without Townley on the floor. Harrell Pearson. Hey, they are getting right to the rack. There is no interior defense. I'll tell you why. These Mississippi State bigs, they got a knack for stepping out their three-point line and creating space inside. We talked about that. Josiah Townley is the best one at doing that, but all of these Mississippi State players have practiced and learned to step out on the line where they can shoot the three or not. Very good at diving to the basket for rebounds, very good at cutting to the basket. You don't see a lot of bigs or a lot of teams that encourage their bigs to be playing like that. So that is how they're getting all these open looks, but Dominic Bianco with a tough move inside.
And how fun is it to watch the two guys going at it? Terrell Pearson's an awesome player, and obviously Bianco, we just saw him on the bench for a while, but now he's back in, and he just lights this place up when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, they are. I'll tell you what, they played against each other in high school. Terrell Pearson playing for Southeast Select Squad out of Tennessee in SimWorld Prep, and Bianco for the Yacht Club down in Miami. So these two know each other well, have matched up before. I thought Terrell Pearson might pull that one though. Gaines with it, pass inside, great cut, great off-ball handoff action there. He's got to get it out before he gets that three in the key. That's it, fly, can't get it to go. Miami with a chance to bring this deficit down a little bit again. Closer they can get going into the half, get some momentum, and come out the half busting out, see what they can do against this Bulldog defense. Well, Bianco opened the three-point line, but he's not going to take it. He's going to go to the rack. He's going to get in somebody's chest.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Bianco didn't pull that right there.
And I mean, look, you talk about how long he's on the bench. That could be a confidence thing. You're sitting on the bench for so long, and your coach always tells you, you got to be ready. You got to be ready when your time comes. But if I'm Dominic Bianco, my time's all game. I'm not sitting on the bench. I'm cold.
I'm curious if there's an issue going into this game with Bianco because, you come out, you sit on the bench for a little bit after a cold start, and then you pass up on a wide open three.
So it's going to make you wonder, and I'm sure you're going to get some questions about it. The three goes there. I believe that was Milo Outlaw in Florida. Bulldogs going to take a timeout. It's an 8-point lead. And, what a game we got here. Like we said, never count Miami out. But, having fun here. Just remember, always better with a friend. Go tell all your friends about SimWorld. Don't let them miss out. If they choose to miss out, that's on them. But at least you can say you did your due diligence. Tell everybody about it. Get yourself immersed. Get your friends immersed. 5,000 EM signing bonus. If you want to be a head coach, anybody that refers a head coach or a player, and anybody that wants to be a super fan, which super fan, I mean, come on. You really got to immerse yourself to be a super fan, so you can't take that one lightly. The 5,000 yen signing bonus, I'll tell you what, you can get a lot for 5,000 yen. You could probably get 15, 20 beers at Bulldog Burger Shack, maybe more. Yeah. So you can join us at SimWorld at discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. It's discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. If you're watching the stream and you haven't joined, I don't know what in the hell's wrong. Here we go, Mississippi State with the ball. We're going to try to get this back up to a double-digit lead right here. Josiah Townley back in the game. Stretch big. And Terrell Pearson just going to put his shoulder into Bianco with a little turnaround. He got a little Kobe Bean Bryant in him right there. That was beautiful, beautiful shot.
I mean, Terrell Pearson, just an awesome player to watch play this sport. He's a treat. He's an absolute treat.
Yeah, he is. Always been kind of that microwave type guy, can get offense going at a moment's notice, and he ain't a bad defender either. Bianco not going to pass up this time, and he gets it to go. And that's why he's got to be confident in his shot. He's got to be confident in his shot. I'm sure Larinaga told him, do not pass up with another open three like that. We need to shoot the ball. Townley, the big, there he is. There's your stretch big right there. Josiah Townley drains the three. That's his 23rd on the season for the Bulldogs.
Bubba, how about this game we got here? Off to a little bit of a slow start. Really opening up late in this half. We got ourselves a barn burner here.
Yeah, here we go. They're on pace. They're on pace for a big scoring night. And Jermaine Maxwell is going to continue his aggression. He's going to get to the line. Jermaine Maxwell is, as we mentioned, young man out of Houston, Texas, the sophomore, likely projected to head off into the SWBA after this year. But his blood for basketball started with his grandfather. A long afternoons with him, learning from the old man. You know, you can always learn from the old man. Ask my buddy Maestro; he knows a lot. He's very confident in himself, not just on the court, but off the court. Very, very confident, very composed young man. The conversations I've had with him are always a pleasure. He actually, interestingly enough, Randy, he wants to be a real estate agent as well. Now, if this whole professional basketball thing don't work out, he's got that to fall back on, and that's not too bad a career.
And you know, it's funny, but because I think he'd be perfect for that career, because people talk about him. He's a great locker room guy, and you know what? He doesn't fold under pressure. He's got what people like to call them intangibles, and does a good job of keeping his composure. So yeah, put him in front of a house. He'll close.
I'll let him sell me my house. I'll tell you what. I'll hit you up, Jermaine. I could sell a couple properties. Here we go. Hey, talk about it. Everyone hit him up. Oh, Pearson to the rack. Ball's a foul. That's going to be Hennessy's second of the game so far. Got to watch that. You got to watch those fouls. But Pearson's going to go to the line and try to make this a 10-point game again. Terrell Pearson, actually, and I keep saying hometown for all these Mississippi kids, but Terrell Pearson is from Stark Vegas, Mississippi. Born and raised in Tennessee to play his prep ball, but he's back in Starkville where he wants to be, and he is one of the catalysts this Bulldog team so far this year. He is really elevating this basketball program. When you think Mississippi State basketball, start thinking about Terrell Pearson these days.
And like we mentioned a bunch of times, he's so fun to watch. He's really one of their only two guards they have on this team. He's just he's just electric in that backcourt. Every time the ball is in his hand. How about that defense? Pearson, taking on the big fella.
Mississippi State. With it still an 8-point lead. It's hovered around 8 points for most of this first half. Forward by the big boy Richard Hennessy. Down to McLemore. He's going to continue trying to be aggressive, but warm in defense, collapsing on the paint. Unlucky. Had to go. That's a tough basket though.
That was pretty nasty from Bianco there, man. That was pretty nasty.
Mississippi State missing another one, and Miami got a chance to close it even further here before the halftime. Big possession here for the Hurricanes.
If you're Miami, keep letting Bianco cook.
And Bianco got his confidence back. I mean, it happens. The announcer thinks it's a real thing, but he's got his confidence back. Townley, he's still got his confidence. He's going to get another 3 to go. He had Bianco on him again. I don't know how that keeps happening with Bianco. I mean, he can't even get a hand high enough to get a hand in the face of Townley on that one.
It's a big-time 3 for the Bulldogs there. They really needed that. Miami's making a push before the end of this half. That is a big-time shot.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that's the thing when you talk about this senior here, Townley. This is his last chance to show out for the SWBA scouts. And right now, you look at him, he's very likely the best shooting big in SimWorld U. If you're an SWBA team looking for a guy who can play down low, can defend down low, and can also pop out and shoot the 3, which is very much so the way that the game of basketball has been going, especially at the professional level. Josiah Townley has got a real chance to be a first-round draft pick. Shot clock off. Miami can hold for the last shot here. So it's looking like that's what they're gonna do here. Pearson on.
We got the ball in Tavon Simon's hands.
Very interesting, but they're gonna go down low to Hennessy. Hennessy cold tonight. He's cold tonight. Can't get it to go. 9-point lead here in Stark Vegas for the Mississippi State Bulldogs over number 8 Miami, the reigning champs, and the Bulldogs just don't care. They just don't care. They do not care. Once again, we're going to go back to this. As we talked about, this Miami team, they can score in bunches. We can see them come out hot for the second half. We can see them not, but either way, this game is not over until you have really put your foot on the throat of these Miami Hurricanes. So, Randy, if you are Chris Jans right now in the locker room, obviously you're happy. You got a lead going into the half. You've been playing well. But what do you need to keep doing? Make sure that you take this game to the end and win it.
Yeah, Bubba, I'm telling the boys to stay relentless. You know, they came out of the gate flying. They have the crowd into it. Crowd's still into it. They're working their butts off. You just got to keep playing hard. This Miami team, they got a ton of good players. You know, you're shooting well for Mississippi State. So if you go cold, you could be at a little bit of a risk of letting a comeback here. But just keep playing your game. Keep playing hard and just outworking these guys. Because that's what they've been doing in the first half.
Relentless basketball, and the rebounding battle shows at Mississippi State leading the rebound battle 22-14. We'll be back for the second half in Stark Vegas after this.
I've had 3 people try to eat me today. 3! Ooh, lucky penny. Anyway, sometimes I wish I were human.
Whoa! Look at me! I'm human! Do you want to eat me?
No.
Do you want to eat me?
No thanks.
No? Would you like to eat me? Nobody wants to eat me! I'm the luckiest!
You dropped your lucky penny.
Man, I look good.
You're still short and bald.
Welcome back to Stark Vegas. Sorry, I was finishing my handful of popcorn there. But welcome back to Stark Vegas. Here on CBS. Mississippi State, number 15 team in the country. They got a 9-point lead over reigning champs Miami Hurricanes. Zion Townley leading the way with 12 points. He's 2 for 5 from deep. And this, all right now. Well, that's one way to start the game. I was going to talk about Miami's slow start, but let's talk about Darwin Cohan getting right to the rack. Going straight to business there.
That was, man, talk about a statement to start off the second half. How about a jam like that?
Yeah, they came out and they said, we didn't forget. We didn't forget. We're not going to let our foot off the gas. I'm going to show you right here. We're going to keep doing it. Townley, Nigga Joe gets his own board. Back up. Oh, misses again. Townley coming out. This is too easy on him. And dunk there. Keep on the dunk god Jackson.
Start to the second half, huh, Bubba? The big time jams.
I mean, we love to see the high flyers. The rack can't convert the N1, but he will go to the line. That's Maverick Strong out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Relentless. You said that going into the half. The state team's got to continue to just be relentless, and they are going straight to the rack to start this second half. They want to set the tone. They want to set the tone for the rest of this game.
Maverick Strong is kind of one of those solid role player guys you just love to have on your team, you know? He doesn't really dominate in any specific areas, but he's solid all around. Just a good player to have out there.
Good glue guy. Glue guy, like you said, solid defender. He got some length for a guard. He can play the 2, the 3. Likely a guard if you were to see him at the next level. Good defender. He can shoot the ball. And he knows where to be on the floor. He moves without the ball with high IQ. He gets to his spots. And that is why you want to play with players like that. When you throw a pass, you try to throw an anticipation pass somewhere where your teammate's supposed to be, you can count on Maverick Strong to be there. Devon Jackson. Top, and Dominic Bianco's got a mismatch. He's got the 6'9" Trey Steams on him. But he's going to pass the ball away. He's not going to go to work on it. Hennessy, he struggled to start the game. Can't get it to go over the much smaller Terrell Pearson, but he does get the board. He's going to try again. And hey, all right, 7'2" boy gets to go this time. I mean, regardless of his, to be politically correct, he's got a very raw offensive game. People would, just like you call a raw burger a bad burger, but, I guess basketball is a little bit different. He's got a raw offensive game. He's a big body. He defends well. He rebounds well. Probably find himself a place at the next level. Darwin Cohan to the rack. Nice little layup there. Thought he might slam that, but right to the rack. Mississippi State. That's their MO. That's their MO in the second half. They're going to the rack.
Cohan, again, so exciting to watch. Cohan and Pearson, man, they got that speed. They got that quickness. So dangerous with the ball in their hands.
Back down low to Hennessy. They're getting these mismatches down low for Hennessy, trying to get him going.
Not sure how they keep ending up in that situation with Pearson on Hennessy, but Bulldogs going to have to avoid that going forward because, that's just a tough ask on Pearson.
That is a big ask for anybody, let alone Terrell Pearson, 6'3". He's not a good body. The switch is going to happen again. This time, Hennessy going to get an open lane through the rim, rocks that thing. We're going to have to check. We're going to have to check that rim after this. A lot of weight to be pulling down on that rim like that. Timeout from the Bulldogs. 9-point game. Maverick Strong. Strong in the second half. Got 2 buckets. If you love watching this game, you love Randy and I on the call. You love SimWorld. Like it. Get engaged. I want shout out my man Jay Midoriya out there watching. I see Coach Simpson. Coach Simpson's always locked in. I'll tell you what, I don't see a lot of guys out there when you see the open runs going viral at 12:30, 1 a.m. Coach Simpson has never missed an open run. Hey, that man is always there. But shout out Justin Zhang, he's out there too. See him in a lot of those. Well, Tony Henderson. We got some of the most committed dudes still in the chat right now. And I'll tell you what, those are the dudes that you want to talk about. They gonna get it going. I see Coach Drake Pope's out here today. Trayvon Patrick. We got some good fans in the building right now. Good fans and good players. You always see him out there, and it's when you study film like this, you get engaged in the streams, you watch your overall. Your team's gonna be better for it. you're learning the game from a higher level. If you're a prep player, if you're a SimWorld U player, you're learning your opponents that you might have to play one day, whether you're on your schedule or you might see them in Hoopsteria. I mean, it really does pay off to be engaged in these games here. And so for all those people that aren't here right now, you snooze, you lose. That's all I gotta say.
Where else would you be, Bubba? Where else would you want to be? I mean, Jim Larinaga, he's from the Bronx. You think he's watching the Yankees right now? No, he's here coaching his team.
Absolutely. I mean, who would want to watch the Yankees anyway? Harrell Pearson with the wide open corner three. And I'll tell you what, the MO came out. We saw Randy. They came out and attacked the rim aggressively. And right there, you could see the benefit of doing that. The entire Miami team, when they drove, collapsed to the paint, wide open three for a great shooter in Harrell Pearson.
Got that old double-edged sword, you know, you crash in, try and pop the paint. Oh, they're going to kick it out, they just kick the ball.
Oh, Bianco seems to have slipped on the floor a little bit, and he's slipping and sliding right out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, we had a slip and slide this couple weekends ago at my niece's 6th birthday party, and I was getting wet and wild, man. Getting wet and wild.
I wish I could have been there, Bubba. I wish I could have been there.
You'll catch the invite next time.
No, I love your niece. Great family.
Absolutely. She is just a wonderful human being already. Trace Gaines can't get it to go over. He's giving up 5 inches against Richard Hennessy and about a good almost 50 pounds. So, I mean, that's a tough matchup inside for Trace Gaines. Bianco to the rack. Can't get it to go. There's Hennessy's gotten it going now. He's gotten it going now. That raw offensive game. He said, yeah, this burger's raw, but you're going to stuff it in your mouth and you're going to swallow it anyways. You're going to eat this burger. You're going to eat this burger no matter how raw.
And Bubba, I was about to say, we really need to see more from Bianco this half. But I mean, if Hennessy's going to grab a board like that and just put it back, I mean, he'll take that all day.
I was willing to stuck up those shots when you got 7-14 boy in the middle grabbing the board like that. Oh, it's good on Hennessy. Runs the floor well, gets to his spot, and he gets rewarded for it. Still an 8-point game here. Mississippi Trail. Mississippi leads Miami Trail. The 2 ends, they get long this way.
Alphabet gets tricky sometimes, Bubba.
And that it goes. Rohan to the rack, can't get it to go. Great recovery there from Carmelo Outlaw. And coming the other way again. And you might want to talk about getting Townley back in this game. Trace Gaines is a good defender, but he's giving up 5 inches and 50 pounds on Richard Hennessy, and Hennessy is dominating the offensive glass right now. Oh, that's a tough shot there. You got to get Townley back in this game, help him down low.
Hennessy is just absolutely dominating right now. I kind of love to see it if you're Miami. I mean, they're pretty lifeless, and you got the big fella just taking over.
Come on, golly gee. What was that? He went up. I was sure that Darwin Cohan was about to get his shot. Knocked up into the stands. Knocked all the way over to the Ole Miss campus. That's what I thought was about to happen. But that body control in there was beautiful from Cohan. And he just,
Board, folks. Just go ahead and take any empty seat that you see.
I hope it's not contagious. So I do have it.
When your mom wakes up, can you tell her about me?
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no.
Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon?
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica.
Hi.
Jenny,
Hi.
Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole,
Hello.
Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
Well, welcome to Stark Vegas. We got an 8-point game here. Mississippi State leads Miami. Richard Hennessy has exploded here in the second half. He's up to 12 points and 11 boards. And Randy, we've seen a show from him in the second half. He's really kept this team going in what seems to be an absence from Dominic Bianco. But we talked about in the first half. Mississippi State has kept this lead hovering right around 8 points all game. What in the world can Miami do to tighten this game up?
No, I think they're doing a good job right now, Bubba. They're just trying to get their stars involved. At least getting the ball to Bianco. He might be a little cold right now, but then Hennessy's cleaning up down low. Really on the defensive end is where they got to start stepping up. They're just coming too easy in Mississippi State right now. Pearson and Kohan are just kind of taking over this game, and then once Townley comes back in, they haven't been able to stop him all night. For Miami, got to get tighter on D. They're still playing man-to-man. They just got to kind of lock in. Maybe take it easy with these switches, because if you switch on Townley, he's going to cook you.
Hey, he will. I mean, he's been sensational also, getting points inside, outside, every side. Bianco, see if he turns up his aggression. He's going to give it up to McLemore. And him go to work down low, going to pull for the jaw. Oh, mid-range jumper, very contested, gets that to fall.
Good shot there for McLemore. Yeah, now here is the end that we're really interested in. Can the Miami defense hold up against this Mississippi State team?
A great recovery there, but you got to get those boards. Offensive rebounds are a killer if you're a team in a deficit.
It's a big opportunity for the Hurricanes. Townley's still not in the game.
Townley is not in the game. Andrew High can't get that three to go. They're moving the ball really well over on the offensive end for Mississippi State. Great D there. They coming the other way, D'Anthony Hines. Pass off Trace Kingston. Just watch this ball movement from Mississippi State. The way they move off the ball and the way they find their teammates is really exceptional. Oh, more great passing. Find the sophomore Asa Bob, Greenwood, Mississippi.
That is some awesome basketball right there. Like you mentioned, Bubba, the ball is flying around. Guys are moving, they're cutting, and it just leads to an open jumper. That's the type of basketball you just love to watch.
Yeah, Lidge is playing a hard foul there on Trace Steen. And we will see the junior from Birmingham, Alabama, Harlan Hoffman, go to the line.
Birmingham, Alabama, not too far.
Hey, that's about a 3.5 hour drive. That's not too bad. I bet his family's here. Look, a young man getting to show out in front of his family. Yeah, that's a nice thing.
What do you think's better for Hoffman? Winning a national title or winning that hot dog eating contest without breaking a sweat? That's what he's known for back in Birmingham.
And I'll tell you what, I know some good hot dog eaters from Birmingham, so that is an impressive feat. Impressive feat. I mean, you know, might as well call him the Glizzy Goblin. That's unbelievable. But I mean, you know, national title's got to be. Oh, I don't know, Randy. I'm thinking about it. And that's a personal achievement versus a team achievement. I really could go either way. Edgar Fernandez getting flashy with the ball coming down the court. Gonna be aggressive with it. Great stop ball. Great defense from Mississippi State there. Good bucket. Fernandez gets to go. We got a 4-point game. Hadn't been this close in about a Mississippi minute.
Yeah, Fernandez is bringing a nice spark to this Miami team every time he touches the ball. He's really doing a good job off the bench.
And look at that slip there. I'm telling you, the plays being drawn up Mississippi State, the way they're operating their offense so consistently and so disciplined to get these open looks at the rim is really, really impressive. This Mississippi State team does not have a lot of guys who you would consider quote-unquote superstars. They got a lot of good players who play disciplined basketball, and sometimes you'd rather have that. Sometimes you'd rather have a team full of guys who know their role, they play their role, and they are unselfish, and they do what they need to do to win the game.
Yeah, and Bubba, it's only a 6-point game here. Miami is right in this game, but everything is coming easier to Mississippi State at the moment. It just looks easier in there on offense. And again, Miami's got that so much talent that you slip for a second, and there we go. And they're right back, and they're right in this ball game.
And a 4-point game. They've really cut this deficit here in the second half. Looking really good. Miami is being more aggressive. Bianco is still not really anywhere to be found, but got a 4-point game, and this is where you think maybe Bianco can turn it on and give them that extra step since he's been missing, and maybe come out with a win in this one. I mean, this ain't anybody's game right now. You gonna get the foul? Mike and Dowd, he's had an exceptional game tonight. Seen a lot of roll guys step up. You know what? I said we've seen a lot of roll guys step up, but this whole Mississippi State team is basically roll guys. is guys who know their role, they play well, and they do have guys who can step up and be, the guy on any given night. You talk about Townley, you talk about Pearson, you talk about Kohan, but this whole team are guys who can contribute every night. Let's go there. Five-point game here. Bulldogs lead. Stark Vegas looking to party after this one, hoping their team can pull out the win.
This could just be a massive win for Mississippi State. You stay undefeated and take down, a real contender with the Hurricanes. I mean, this team's legit. There's no doubt about it. But if they win this game, sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit for this Mississippi State team. I mean, look, you win this game, Mississippi State. You're 5-2 on the season. You just beat number 18 in the country. You got a real argument to be ranked in the top 10. But they still got to win this game. They got to take care of business. There's the Birmingham, Alabama man, the hot dog, the glizzy gladiator, Harlan Hoffman. He gets a tough one to go there. Back to the line. We're going to try to get the old-fashioned three-point play on this one.
Now they give Miami a ton of credit here, the way they just fought back into this ball game. It looked like we might get out of reach, especially the way this half started. But Miami just kept their composure. They've been here before, they know what they're doing, and they didn't let it slip away, and they're right here.
And that's kind of been their MO all season, no matter whether they're playing a really good team, not a great team, but another three goes there for Mississippi State off some great off-ball movement and screens. But Miami, they play to the level of their competition every game. It's what it seems to be their MO. They're doing it again tonight, and they're hoping they can keep it going here. But I'm going to be real with you. I think they really need either Dominic Bianco to turn it on, or the freshman Kevon Jackson's got to show something. You got to get one of your electrifying scorers, one of your electrifying guards going, and get them to make some plays for your team right now.
We've talked about it all night. We'd love to see Bianco get involved.
Absolutely. I just want to see the young man play. We got a chance in person to see Dominic Bianco play. I'm trying to see him do something. Bianco running on the floor with the towel still on his neck, had to throw that off to the sideline before the play started. Runley with it inside, can't get it to go. Great defense from the Glizzy Gladiator, Harlan Hoffman.
We might be getting a word from him after the game. I don't know if he'll appreciate the Glizzy Gladiator, but I guess we'll just roll with it for now and hope he doesn't get too upset about it.
You gotta wear that badge proudly, Randy. You're a hot dog eating champion. You wear that proudly. You are both a SimWorld U champion. You are a SimWorld U champion, and you are a hot dog eating champion. He's got championship pedigree.
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk. What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Welcome back here. We got 9 minutes left here in Stark Vegas. Mississippi State with a 4-point lead over Miami. It's been a great second half. Randy, what's stuck out to you this second half for both these teams?
Yeah, so from the Hurricane perspective, it really stuck out to me. It's just kind of hanging around. They haven't really been dominating. They've put this lead, and it's not like they've been going on huge runs. But they've just been playing steady, solid, quality basketball, playing a lot better defensively, and getting up good shots on offensive end. And from Mississippi State side, it's getting a little tight. The crowd's getting a little nervous. They're losing their energy a little bit, but they're still playing good basketball. They're moving the ball around well. Got your guys a little bit of rest here. Let's see if they can get back with their foot on the gas here and try and extend this and put this game away. We're going to have a great finish in store, but that's all I know for sure.
That we will. Miami has been able to stay within striking distance, or get back into striking distance, however you want to say it. Been fantastic. Terrell Pearson has had himself a great night tonight. I mean, we talk about him, 9 points. He's got 8 assists on the night as well. Looking very, very good, facilitating. We know he can score. And there's the young man doing it again. He's had a great game. And, a lot of contributors here, but Maverick Strong has been sensational.
And Maverick Strong has been awesome, like you talked about, Bubba. He's just the exact type of guy you want on the floor. He can do it all for you. He's just a great asset to have.
On to the rack again. Can't get it to go. It's a 6-point game here. Rush shot there. I mean, there's still plenty of time on the clock. There's still plenty of time on the clock. In Miami, you do not necessarily need to be chucking up shots like that. Oh, Pearson with the body control. This is to go past Richard Hennessy in the paint.
This kid, Bubba. This kid, Terrell Pearson, so fun to watch. Now he's got 11 points, 8 assists. I mean, he is just all over the place.
Oh, blocked there by Trey Skeens. Another block there for Trey Skeens, but rebounds for Richard Hennessy on both of them.
That mismatch inside with Hennessy, but then lose it a little bit.
Trying to give Bianco room to operate against him. Let's give it Trey Skeens over to the rack. Trey Skeens, great defense on Bianco, stopped him 3 times on that play. Townley. Give it to Pearson. Back to Townley. Down to Skeens. He's got a mismatch now. He's got Bianco on him this time. He gets a turn with Bianco matched up with him. He's going to convert. 10-point game, double-digit lead again for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
A 6-0 run there for the Bulldogs. This crowd, they were getting a little nervous. They're right back in this game.
I don't know what Chris Jans. I don't know what Chris Jans is doing. He's going to call a timeout. His team's on a run. I don't know why I don't stop with momentum like that. He must have a good reason for this timeout. And this Saturday, we'll have some prep basketball on. Appalachian Basketball Championship this Saturday. Not next Saturday, that's this Saturday. 11 a.m. Eastern. You're gonna get our little buddy Ezra and our friend Maestro gonna be on the call for that one. It's a good team. They know their ball. Gonna have a lot of prep talent, a lot of guys that you're gonna end up seeing here at the SimWorld U level. So go ahead and go check them out. Make sure you don't miss out on that. It's a Saturday. It starts before your SimWorld U football starts. So go ahead and get checked into that. And don't start telling me that you would rather watch SimWorld U football, because whether that's true or not, here's the thing. I know that every single one of you watching has got at least 2 different screens you can watch something on. If you want to put your SimWorld U football on, that's fine. But make sure you got your prep ball on. Do your research. Because one day those guys will be balling out with SimWorld U. You want to be able to say, I knew that guy was going to be a stud. I watched him back in the day, and he was just a high schooler. Don't miss out on that. Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. SimWorld TV. Bianco splashes home with 3, and I mean, that's one way to do it, but other than that, Andy, what else does Miami need to do here? They were looking good to start the half, and Mississippi State has seemed to regain control of this one in the last couple of minutes. What does Miami need to do here?
Yeah, but Miami, they slipped a little bit, let up a 6-0 run. Bianco has got to get going, and at this point, maybe that doesn't happen. So if you're the Hurricanes, you got to move the ball around. They're a little stagnant offensively, and try and get that mismatch down low with Hennessy. He's really started heating up at the end of the first half. Oh, he's playing well tonight, and there we go, right there. Get him the ball down low, get him that mismatch, force that switch, and it's gonna be tough to stop down there.
Pick and roll action there. That's beautiful. That's how you get that streak. Maverick Strong will catch it down low, put it up, can't get it to go, but he will draw the foul, and he will get another chance at 2 free points. 3 points. And that was Carmelo Outlaw with the foul.
And defensively for the Hurricanes, Bubba, what they gotta start getting some help down low. I know you don't want to leave the open 3 because Mississippi State has been killing them out there tonight. But every time Mississippi State's driving, it's seeming that they're getting a layup or they're getting fouled down there. And you just can't give them easy buckets and you can't give them free points. So you're either got to live by that or die by that. And you just can't die by giving up easy buckets all night.
No, you cannot. And so, I mean, you choose that foul right there over giving the easy buckets because you got a chance you're gonna miss one of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be real with you. I think the issue here tonight, Miami so far, has been that they have been outmatched in terms of aggression and discipline. Mississippi State is getting good shots. They're being patient to get open shots, and they're being aggressive. And I don't think Miami has matched that.
I think you're right, Bubba. I mean, this Mississippi State kind of feeding off the energy of their crowd. They're just playing really hard tonight. They're outworking this Hurricane team who's pretty, many would say is more talented.
Yeah, many would, but Richard Hennessy's eating on the offensive glass. Got a second chance there, but Devon Jackson could not convert. State's going to have another chance to extend this lead here.
Oh, but real quick, Bubba, I know we keep talking about the talent on this Miami team, how they're more talented. Oh, my goodness.
Come on now, Darwin Cohan. I mean, look, he wasn't in front of him, but that's a poster over Richard Hennessy. I don't care what you say.
Wow, that was awesome. And that's exactly where I was going with that point. This Mississippi State team, we're talking about how they're less talented, working harder. I mean, they look pretty dang talented tonight, Bubba.
I mean, guys, I don't know many people that can play basketball this good. I call that talent. Oh, and the hump would have absolutely set on fire here if Cohan had buried that.
And these fans have just been absolutely awesome tonight. We love Stark Vegas, Bubba, and they have brought the energy.
Yeah, well, there's you feel a dunk from Dominic Bianco. He's going to fire up the crowd just a little bit there with the cross to the dunk. Need more of that from him right now. It's time to get going. About to get the 5-minute mark left in this game. Miami is within single digits. They're within striking distance. Let's see what they can do here.
That was awesome from Bianco on that last possession. But yeah, I was just saying, that was awesome for Bianco on that last possession. Miami off, if they forced that switch, Bianco gets the mismatch on schemes, and he just puts him on skates. He's able to get in and get an easy layup.
What a game. Once again, you see, I mean, you can go look up the reviews for yourself, but great community. Most immersion you'll ever see. It's top tier production, man. And here's the kicker. You see it in all caps there on your screen because this is the kicker. It's totally free. Not only are you never going to pay a dime to be a part of SimWorld, well, we're going to pay you for your engagement. You're going to get EMs. You're going to stack them up. You're going to be able to buy merch with them. You're going to be able to get accessorized. You're going to be able to go to coaching clinics. You'll be able to go to training camps, all the way from your favorite players, SWGA, maybe some similar. You guys will run some cheaper ones, who knows? But, coaching clinics, all those kind of things. We're paying you. God damn, we're gonna pay you. I never heard anything like that in the world. I mean, these guys at SimWorld, I mean, look, I'm just an announcer, but these guys at SimWorld must be very confident in their business model. They're paying their users. I don't get it, Randy, but hey, if they give us the most immersive world you've ever seen in your whole life, so. Kudos to them, and make sure you get engaged. Make sure you get engaged. Miami. Now, talk about getting engaged. If Miami team needs to get engaged in this damn ball game right now. Here's Richard Hennessy on two going to the well with him. Bianco, it's a three, and it's gonna go. There's Bianco. We've been waiting for him all night. He's here, Randy. He's here.
Big time shot, Bubba. Big time shot from Bianco. They needed that desperately. We got a 6-point game here.
It's a tight one. Here we go. And Miami has got the momentum on their side right now. See if State can kind of take a little bit of momentum back right here. They can't. Let it stop. Miami's running with it. You do not want to let this team run in transition. Great stopping of the ball. Great transition. Exactly. They're doing it. It's almost like they're listening. We might have microphones back. Look at that. Oh, Carmelo Outlaw. He can't get that one. He might find his butt on the bench after that. Pearson, a little shaking there. He decided not to bait. A little shaking. Owen Cohan with it. He's gonna get past Kevon Johnson, and he's gonna tomahawk that boy. He's gonna tomahawk that down.
And every time Miami is back in this game, you just see a great play made by the Bulldogs. And again, it's in Kohan all night, and just another electric play.
Absolutely, it's a bevy. And somehow Richard Hennessy gets a matchup on the guard again. I don't know what's going on there, but they're going to double team. Smart move there. Bianco trying to be aggressive. Maverick strong with great defense, but better offense from Bianco. Bianco's arrived. He looks like one of those players who can just flip a switch and turn his game on when he decided to. Strong's going to get the open three, runs hard off a screen, can't get it to go. Miami with another golden opportunity here to lessen this deficit. Bianco back with it. He has been on fire these last few possessions. And his hard, little shaking back through two defenders. This is a 4-point ball game here. We got 3 minutes left. We got a 4-point ball game. I don't even know what to say right now. We got great basketball going on. Come on.
Dominic Bianco, man. Dominic Bianco. He is an absolute stud. He's showing why.
Oh, Richard Hennessy, he just walked that one all the way into the Mississippi River. And that's not that close by to Stark Vegas.
All of a sudden, Boa, the stars for this Miami team, they're just stepping up late here. And this is that championship mentality. They've been there before, and they're starting to step up.
And that's what we talk about with this Miami team. It is both a blessing and a curse, the way that they can turn it on at any point. Because now they're in a tight game, but if they play in this hard the whole game, we might not be in this situation.
Life comes at you fast. Be ready with Nationwide. Investments, retirement, insurance.
And we are back here, 4-point game in Stark Vegas. Randy, we got 3 minutes left in the game. What are we looking for here? What do we got?
Yeah, Bubba, we're looking for these Miami Stars to start taking over. You've been waiting all game, kind of preaching about it, but Dominic Bianco has finally shown up here in these last couple of minutes. He's starting to take over, and it's just so great to watch. Richard Hennessy defensively is just being a menace down there. How can Mississippi State answer? It's a 4-point game. Pressure's on tight. We've seen some late game heroics from Mississippi State already this season. Man, this finish is going to be something special. So I just can't wait for these last 3 minutes.
That it will. Whichever way it goes, we are going to have an instant classic here on our hands. Average Strong inbound to him. Trey Skeens with it. Just go home. Know that he can score. He can score at will. Oh, great pass. Oh, the poster. The poster by Trey Skeens says emphatic. And I'll tell you what, this may seem minuscule. This may not seem like something a lot of people notice. But coming out of timeouts or coming in the quarters, any time after a break, this Mississippi State team has come out emphatically after every break. And it has been very impressive. That is the mark of a disciplined team. They don't let their momentum go away. They don't do anything like that. And that's what's got them the lead right now. That's what they've been able to do so well, is play so disciplined, possession in and possession out on both sides of the ball.
Great coaching from Chris Jans. He's really showing, that he is a very talented head coach. Love what he's doing with his team this season, and love what he's doing in this game specifically. Where's Larinaga got? Hurricanes coming out of timeout here. They're down 6, 2:45 left to go. That's something, Jim.
Oh, Jimmy. So that's what you got. But, look, you're probably going to one of those guys. Jermaine McLemore kind of carried him in the first half, was looking like the best player out there, but it's been Hennessy in the first half and the second half. Yeah, we'll cut the halves in half. Hennessy really got it going. And Bianco has showed up in these last 6-7 minutes of the game. really just he turned it on. He said, you know who I am. You know my name. You've been waiting for me. I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm here. So I would assume we're going to see Mississippi try to continue running it through Bianco, see what he can do.
This matchup of Pearson on Bianco. Miami get the switch, Bubba.
Bianco with it. Bianco gets to the rim. That's what he does. He's a slithery little fella. He's a slippery, slithery little guy.
Good finish there from Bianco, Bubba. Good finish.
Cohan with it. We know what he can do. Oh, he's going to take contested mid-range. Can't get it to go. Lizzie Gladiator, Harlan Hoffman with another rebound. With it, they're going to keep running this two-man action with him and Hennessy. Both have been really great. Really great here. Bianco to the rack. Can't get it to go. Still a 4-point game. Minute 40 left. Mississippi State's really got a chance here if they can get a bucket. Extended, can't get it to go. Townley with the rebound. Hennessy with the block. The Miami team does not want to go down. They do not want to go down, and they are showing it on the defensive end. This effort has been sensational. Wow. Another stop for this Miami defense. Big possession here, Randy. Here we go. Here we go. The hump is electrified. The hump is electrified. I can feel the energy flowing through my veins.
That's why we love this sport.
This is why we do what we do. This is why we do it. And there's the crowd's on their feet. Crowd's on their feet for their defense. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Bianco with it. He's going to pull up from midi. Oh, and they call the foul. Chris Jans is absolutely just heated. He did not think there was a foul there. Bianco's going to get the call. He's going to go to the line for 2. This could be a 2-point game after this round.
Miami just got absolutely so bailed out there. Just an awful possession. They're standing still, killing so much time, down 4 with a minute left, and they're just kind of standing around. Bianco just chunks a shot up, hits the foul, and now these two free throws are massive.
Hits the first one. Now it's a 1-possession game, whether he's the second one or not.
And listen to this place. I mean, talk about hostile environment.
I mean, is there anywhere you'd rather be than in Stark Vegas at a basketball game on a Tuesday night? Not me. Not me. Bianco gets them both to go. 2-point game here. Mississippi State. Big possession here. Can they answer? Can they answer? Pearson over to a wide open skins. He's not with the shooters. He's going to take it in. Hennessy with a bigger blooper. Hennessy has made this half his. And Miami's got a chance to tie it and take the lead. Bianco to the rack. Can't get it to go. They're going to have to foul. Shot clock over. Felt like a rush shot there from Bianco. Maybe they were trying to get a 2-for-1. But, I mean, shot clock's gone. They'll have to start playing the foul game. Terrell Pearson at the line. These are big free throws here. This is not the time to stop making free throws. He's not been great in the season with his free throws. Only 35% on the young SimWorld U season.
Goodness, Bubba, what an ending to this game. Golly.
And he misses it. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Timeout Mississippi State. They're going to stop Miami from being able to run out. And we got a 2-point ball game. Shot clock is off. I mean, this is the age-old question, man. If you're Miami, are you confident you're going to get a good shot and you're going to get it to go, either tie? I mean, there's 2 questions in one. Are you looking to take the lead? Are you got confidence in your shooters to try and win this game? And are you confident that you're going to get a good shot so you only need 1 shot? Or are you going to kind of leave some time for an offensive rebound?
If I'm Jim Larinaga here, I'm drawing up a play that gets me to the rack and gets me a good shot. I don't want to wait around. I don't want to wait till the last second to try and put something up, try and get a quick bucket in, either draw a foul and tie up this game. And then trust our defense. Miami defense has looked pretty good these last couple minutes. Trust the defense to get a stop. Tennessee's been dominated down low. I do not want to hold this ball till the last second and risk just kind of getting stuck in the corner or having to throw up a jump shot.
I mean, that works for me. That works for me to see what they do. I would think we're going to see probably some two-man action here with Bianco and Hennessy. They've been the two guys here in the second half. See if maybe they can get something going. Oh, and he gets the mismatch immediately. They're big on Bianco, and they got Pearson down there on Hennessy. Hennessy better go post up. It looks like they are going to hold for the shot. The crowd in Stark Vegas on their feet. 15 seconds. Bianco holding for the last shot. And we are going to see either, one way or another, we're about to see an electric finish here. Bianco off the screen. He's going to give it down low to McLemore. They're going to go McLemore. He's going with the turnaround. He can't get it to go. Schemes with the board, and that's going to do it. Mississippi State Bulldogs win at home. They take down the number 18 in the country, the Miami Hurricanes. Wow, another big win for this Mississippi State Bulldogs team. A lot of contribution. Everyone other than one player contributed to scoring for this team, and what a game. Final score 84-82 here in Stark Vegas. Well, I'm going to need something to calm me down. What a game for everybody here at SimWorld TV, from myself, Bubba, from Randy Jungleson, from the other Randy out in the truck. Thank you for being here with us, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.